the weak side, unaware that we were in a fight. I guess that's part of the problem. But guess what? When the bell rings out, this fight is on. Are you ready for me? 'Cause I'm ready for you. It's time for us to stop throwing down. Just look and see who's standing now. It's time for us to stop throwing down. Wow, look and see who's standing now. Look and see who's standing now. Look and see who's standing now. Look and see who's standing now.
Hospital pregame show. Now time to catch up with the head football coach of Taylor University, Ron Korfmacher, before today's homecoming game against one of the top-ranked teams in the country in the Marion Knights. Coach, let's go back a week to Siena Heights. A really weird day with a really long delay there after halftime. A tough loss for you and the guys to one of the more up-and-coming teams in the country this year in Siena Heights. What were your thoughts on the team's performance last week?
Yeah, it had a little bit of everything in that game, and it was a 6-3 game early, and then they pulled away. Kind of slowly pulled away a couple scores, with some possessions in between. But when that break occurred, it was 30-6, and that was quite a battle time right there. And had that long 3-hour break. Some of it was weather related, some of it was actually field related. The field had some air bubbles in it, and that's another story. I thought our guys responded really well to coming back out. We were able to get them some food during that time. And just kept waiting it out. There were a series of meetings with the officials, not only about the weather, but about the field conditions. Our guys came out and played a lot better football in that second period of it. The first period of it, it just kept kind of creeping away. They kept extending the lead. What came down on that day is, we weren't effective in the red zone offensively. We had a couple field goals. We had a couple drops in the end zone and had one called back. That was in the end zone for score. So we just got to have finished better in the red zone. And defensively, it was a tough hill to climb with our inability to score and their ability to maintain the football and drive it down the field, during some periods. Second half was a totally different battle. They got their points. They got a few points in the second half. We got some, but our defense created our first score of the second half. Was kind of a remarkable play. They got the ball after one of our missed red zone opportunities inside the 5, had a penalty. We had to stop, and then they threw a wideout screen in the end zone, and the kid was, first of all, was going to be tackled for a safety, and then he lost the football, and we got on it. And frankly, at that point, it was right at the turn of the quarter, the beginning of the fourth quarter, and we felt like whatever it takes. If we can get another quick one, whatever it takes. And then after that, we would have needed, 14 or 17, in the final 12 minutes or so. But our guys had that fighting and battle attitude at that point.
Let's talk about that 3-hour delay. Big storms rolled through. I mean, it went from being a fairly bright day with clouds to looking like the dead of night with those storms rolling through. What did you feed the guys, and how do you try to keep those guys, your team, from not getting tight muscle-wise and also not getting tight mentally during that 3-hour delay?
No, you kind of take half-hour chunks at a time. And then we did realize we had some food in the bus, and it was for after the game, and that was good to be able to provide that because that can just extend the 30-minute chunks that we were able to wait. So that worked out fine. You don't want to repeat that experience too often, that long of the delay, but they handled it well. Like I said, they came out and really battled and fought. And you know what? We wanted to play more football regardless of the score at that current time, regardless of the outcome, and we were certainly battling and fighting to change the outcome.
One of the more down storylines coming out of that game was a lot of injuries on both sides of the ball, but particularly it was the quarterback situation. Where does that leave you guys going into the Marion game at the quarterback spot?
Yeah, and you're right. There were some injuries, and they were unrelated to the delay, which is an important piece, for coaches and officials. You don't want to go out there and get people injured. But yeah, quarterback, we've had to train and develop, more depth this week to take the field in the game that's coming up today. So we've got a good plan for it, and it's a matter of going out and executing. Each position, our offensive line's got to shoulder more responsibility, and so does the running game, and certainly the red zone, and goal line game. So that's what we're expecting.
Lastly, let's talk about today's opponent, Marion. They come in. They're one of the top teams in the country. Have had really impressive wins throughout their schedule. What's made them so strong this year? And obviously, with a different guy quarterback, Luke Johnston, not their quarterback anymore after suffering an injury, but they've picked up right where they left off. No slacking when he went down with that injury a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, they usually are pretty much plug and play. We've seen that at running back before and wide out in different positions. Their defense is very good. Their offensive line is very good. They got a couple really good playmakers at wide out. I mean, we can go through their roster, but they've got a really good defense. They're good inside on both sides of the ball. Experienced group. So, hey, every day, any Saturday, you wipe the slate clean. You ignore the rankings, you ignore the reputation, and go play football.
Coach, thanks for the time, and good luck against Marion.
All right, thank you.
The night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good afternoon and welcome here to Homecoming Saturday here in Upland, Indiana, and Turner Stadium. As today, the number 2 ranked team in the country, the Marion Knights, come in with an undefeated 5-0 record, fresh off of their 50-0 dismantling of number 25 St. Ambrose last Saturday. They come into Upland, Indiana here this afternoon to take on the 2-3 Taylor Trojans, who are coming off of a tough setback, a 40-13 loss last week at Siena Heights. Taylor comes in 0-2 here on the home field this year with losses to Butler and St. Xavier. Marion is a perfect 3-0. Their high-water win on the road this year was a couple weeks ago when they went up and beat then number 1 ranked St. Francis at their field. Trojans wearing their purple uniforms for the first time today with the solid gold numbers. Marion wearing the gray uniforms and gray pants with the yellow numbers and letters. Let's turn things over to our head official, Les Anderson, for today's coin toss.
Gentlemen, welcome to today's game. Head, tails, heads, tails. Division King Brandon, make the call. Toss tail. Tails won the toss. They're going to defer. Marion won the toss, will defer to the second half. Receive. Back there. Marion, on the top. Second half. Good luck, gentlemen. Play.
So Marion wins the toss. They defer to the second half. They bring in the best defense in the country. Tops in sacks per game at almost 5.5. Fewest yards allowed per game in total defense. The fewest points per game at 9.6. Second in total sacks. Fifth fewest rushing yards allowed. And second fewest passing yards allowed per game as well. And Marion is really good at the hot starts. They have outscored their opponents 62-7 in first quarters this year as the Trojans take the field here this afternoon. The big storyline to keep your eye on, the Trojans have been depleted massively at quarterback. Everett Pollard is dressed, but he will not start today. It'll be the freshman from LaPel, Indiana, Levi Frazier, who is a three-sport star at LaPel High School in football, basketball, and baseball. He threw for close to 3,000 yards last year as a senior, 23 touchdowns and a 57% completion percentage. He threw for almost 6,400 yards in 3 seasons with 52 total touchdowns in 3 seasons on the varsity roster at LaPel. So 18 in purple will start today. Deactivated is the backup quarterback, Zach Saltzgaber, and the third-string quarterback, Lucas Fotis. But again, Pollard, the fifth-year senior, down there throwing up warm-up tosses with Levi Frazier, is down there just in case he is called upon today. So Taylor will get the ball first to start. Beautiful day for a homecoming Saturday. Temperature will get close to the mid-50s for the end of today. And we're glad you're joining us here today on the Trojan Sports Network. Taylor just 1-10 all-time against Marion. And their only win came down in Indianapolis on the road.
Number 43, Luke Frayne, set to kick it away for the Knights.
So Luke Frayne will have this one teed up, and we are just about ready to go here from Turner Stadium. Frayne a high kick, and Holden Hodge will let this one sail into the end zone. It's a touchback, and the Trojans will start 1st and 10 from their own 25. Levi Frazier's father would give him a Bible verse, and Levi would put it under his play chart to read it before every game he started as a varsity player in high school. I'd be interested to see what Bible verse Mr. Frazier picked out for his son Levi today, as the 6-foot freshman will jog out there to take his first varsity snap against the top defense here in the country. 5 down linemen for Marion. They're in gray. Taylor going from left to right with 3 receivers bunched to the left. Frazier a pistol handoff to Crisp. He'll stutter step and flow on through. Up the left side, hash marks, diving across the 30 down to the 36. Or 31, excuse me. That's a gain of 6. And they call run on the first play to Spencer Crisp as he tries to get going. It's a 2nd and 4 on a 6-yard carry.
Stop on the play by number 23, Davis.
Jahari Davis in on the stop there for Marion, the redshirt junior from Hammond, Indiana, the outside linebacker. 2nd and 4 for Taylor from their own 31. Dalton Lowry, the tight end, moves to the left of the formation. 3 wideouts for Frazier with Crisp off his right hip. A left hash mark snap. 4 in the secondary, make it 5 in the secondary for Marion. First drive of the game, 2nd play. And the play is blown dead as Taylor will take their first time out with the play clock dwindling down. First timeout taken on the second before the second play from scrimmage can be snapped. We'll pause momentarily here on the Trojan Sports Network. When we come back, it's 2nd and 4 for Taylor from their own 31. Taylor led by Ron Korfmacher in his 11th season as the Taylor head coach. His 34th season overall as a member of the Taylor coaching staff. Marion led by 6th-year head man Mark Henniger. 2nd and 4 after the Taylor timeout. Pistol handoff to Crisp on the near side this time. On the 30, turns it up, near side, hash marks 35, takes a hit, and spins on through to the 40 as Crisp ran through the would-be tackle attempt there of Riley Peace, the safety. And back-to-back runs by Crisp. It's 1st and 10 for Taylor as Crisp took that play on the counter to the near side and took it all the way out to the 40, a gain of 9. 1st and 10 for the Trojans as they've gone to the ground both times. So Riley Peace, the 6'4 safety, couldn't get his pad level below that of Crisp, and he ran through the tackle and got extra yardage. Taylor moving from left to right, purple uniforms with the solid gold numbers on the front. A double tight end set, Lowry to the left and Scott to the right. 2 wideouts for Frazier in the pistol. Low snap, bobbles it, he'll have to run it as Crisp ran on by and upended into the backfield by Bailey Bennett as Frazier on his first career carry. That's a loss of 1 back to the 39, brings up 2nd down.
In the backfield, loss of 1 on the play. Make it 2nd and 11.
Bailey Bennett, the 6-foot sophomore outside linebacker from Greenwood. A Center Grove High School graduate, one of the better high school programs down there in the metropolitan Indianapolis area. Let's move it back to the 39, 2nd down and 11. 2 wide to the left. Frazier licks the tips of his left hand once, now twice. He has Boyd to the near side. Marion shows a blitz up the middle with Bennett. They bring it. Good protection. Quick throw far side. Caught by Holbein just shy of the 45. They'll give him forward progress right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and 5 on the first pass completion of Levi Frazier's college career.
He set out to the 45-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play will make it 3rd and 5.
Let's make it a gain of 6. First catch of the afternoon. And Taylor will face a 3rd and 5 here. The Trojans come in converting on just 38% of their 3rd downs this season. Marion, one of the top teams in the country, they have limited their opponents to a 30% success rate on 3rd down. Trey Burdine is the wide man to the near side. Holbein in the slot to the left. 3rd and 5 from the Taylor 45 on a 3rd and 5. Frazier fakes the handoff, rolling near side. Throws it up the near side seam. Trying to go up for it is Boyd. Taylor looks for a flag as Boyd was face guarded on the near side by Jahari Davis. And they'll say that pass was uncatchable. And it's an incompletion for Frazier. And Taylor unable to pick up their first 3rd down try of the day. And here comes Austin Gunderson, the Taylor punter. Back deep for the Knights is Ben Stevens, a freshman wideout from Danville. Low snap, the Gunderson picks off the turf and he'll drive it out of there with the right foot. To the left side of the field, bounces shy of the 30, takes a Taylor bounce inside the 25. It keeps rolling down to the 20, and only purple jerseys are there. It'll be tapped down at the Marion 20, a punt of 35 yards there for Gunderson on his first punt of the day.
Down at the 19-yard line, a 37-yard punt.
Actually, move it back to the
Knights will take over.
Move it back to the 19, I should say. Now we get to see the Marion offense for the first time here this afternoon, and they, like Taylor, although they've played with him a few more weeks, they trot out a different quarterback than who started their first game of the year. It's Ethan Darter, the 6'6 junior, who, talking with the sports information staff from Marion before the game, he was supposed to be redshirted this year, but when Luke Johnson, their starter, went down with an injury against Olivet Nazarene, Darter got thrown in there, and he won his first start in the upset win for Marion at St. Francis. He lines him in the pistol here. He's got the quick Charles Salary behind him. And Taylor looks to be rushing forward. Now they back off Ra Murray. Darter walks up to the line. It's a 1st and 10 here for Marion from their own 19-yard line. Darter throws to the near sideline. Wide open catch is Greg Miller Jr. He'll be pushed out of bounds at the 30 by Tyler Gehrig. But a pickup of 11 on 1st down and 10 on the first play from scrimmage here for Marion. And it's a 1st down for those wearing gray.
Pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It's enough for Marion 1st down.
So a pickup of 11 to Greg Miller Jr. 3 wide to the right for the Knights. Near hash mark snap for Darter with Salary to his right hip. Fakes the handoff, a screen right side. Caught by Johnny William. He'll step away from Gehrig. He'll be wrapped up by Bronkema after a gain of a couple. Inside the far side hash mark and the far side numbers as Marion moves from right to left. A short gain will bring up 2nd down.
Darter's pass is complete to William. Stopped for a short gain on the play. The 2nd.
Pickup of 2 for Johnny William. The top wide out for Marion. He has 4 touchdown receptions. Their tight end, Brandon Dillon, pulled in 3 last week in the dismantling of St. Ambrose. 2nd and 8, just underway here in the first quarter. No score. First drive of the afternoon for Marion. Darter in the gun, takes a snap and rolls to the near side, sets his feet, looks near sideline. An off-target pass will be dropped as it hit Greg Miller Jr. in the chest. And it'll bring up 3rd and long here for Marion as Miller was open on the near sideline. That play was almost identical to the first play that Marion ran from scrimmage. But here's a 3rd down for the Knights. Marion offense converts 3rd downs at a 48% clip. The Trojans have limited their opponents to a 41% success rate. Right hash mark snap. Taylor looks to be rushing 3. They've got 6 back in the secondary on 3rd and 8. 10:57 to go here in quarter number 1. No score. First drive of the afternoon for the second-ranked team in the land, the Marion Knights. Darter, knee-high snap. Takes it. Good protection. Looks across the seam. It'll be complete to the tight end. Dillon up the right hash mark. He hauls it in just shy of the 40 with a man draped all over him. The one in coverage was Joe Huff, but Dillon used that size. He takes it all the way out to the Marion 47. A gain of 15, another first down, second one of the drive here for the Knights. If William is the best wideout target in Darter's arsenal today, Dillon his second best option, and it's not second by a wide margin. Wing back to the left, now a man in motion from right to left. They give the handoff to the wide receiver, William, in a jet sweep near side. Up the near side, hash mark 45. Breaks through a fingertip tackle of Brady Hill, and William will scatter away, and he'll go in untouched, essentially. A 47-yard, take a play from the 47-yard line. That's a 53-yard jet sweep touchdown run for Johnny William. And after Taylor cannot get a stop on 3rd and 8, Marion strikes one play later, and they take a 6-0 lead here with 10:20 to go here in quarter number 1. So a 5-play drive for the Knights. Matt Plesac comes in to add the extra point, and he does. And with 10:20 to go here in quarter number 1, Marion on a 5-play drive. They give a jet sweep to Johnny William, and he takes it 53 yards to the house for a touchdown run on the first rushing play of the afternoon for Marion, and they lead 1-0 here early on in quarter number 1. So let's see how the Taylor offense responds here after the 53-yard jet sweep there by Johnny William, who ran through a couple different tackles along that near sideline before going into the end zone. Frayne will kick it off from right to left, tees it up, and he'll drive a low banger over Holden Hodges' head, and that lands in the end zone. Second touchback in as many kickoffs by Luke Frayne, and Taylor will start their second drive right where they started the first one, at their own 25-yard line. 5-play drive for the Knights. Went 81 yards. And went 5 plays, capped off by the 53-yard jet sweep by Johnny William. Taylor went to the run mostly in that first drive. Spencer Crisp, 2 carries for 15 yards. Frazier 1 for 2 for 6 on his opening drive of his college career. 1st and 10 Trojans. Pistol handoff to Crisp. Got away from a couple tackles, got a couple across the 25 down to the 27, a gain of 2. One of those to get off the pile for Marion, Dylan Roth, the backup defensive tackle. Miles Morrow in there for the stop as well. So Frazier, who the Trojans were hoping to redshirt this season, called into duty with the first 3 quarterbacks on the depth chart all down with injuries in the last week or so. Frazier will send Holbein, Davis, and Boy out wide to the near side. Hodge, the solo wide receiver, to the left. 4 down linemen for Marion on a 2nd and 8 for Taylor from their own 27. Moving from left to right. Chest high snap. Frazier will hand it off to Crisp, and he'll be wrapped up around the waist, spun around, and then dropped in the backfield by, again, Dylan Roth. First man to get to him, spun him around, and then Roth came through to finish off the play. They'll move Taylor back to the 22, a loss of 5. It's 3rd and long.
3rd down and 13. Number 92, Dylan Roth, in on the stop. for the Knights.
First negative play for Taylor here this afternoon. It'll be 3rd and 13 for the Trojans. They were 0 for 1. Were unable to pick up their only third down try on that first drive. They do have 1 first down today, but they need 13 yards here. At the snap comes from the left hash mark on the 22-yard line. Screen far side, Hodge comes in. He'll come all the way across the play near side, and he'll be stopped for a minimal gain. Trying to see who got in on the stop on Holden Hodge, who has seen his time increase here in the last few weeks. Top tackler Nick-I Poser, or Poyser, I should say, comes in for the stop on his first tackle today. He is Marion's leader in tackles. A gain of 2, not good enough for a first down. And Gunderson will come in to punt. So Hodge gets his first catch. Gunderson back on to punt. He'll fumble with the snap. Good protection. He'll be able to pick it up and then drive it out of there. Great protection after Gunderson fumbled with it. But a poor punt will land at the Taylor 36-yard line and bounce out of bounds there. So a 12-yard punt for Gunderson after he fumbled it. Was able to get it back after excellent protection up front, but he couldn't get a good punt out of there. And here's excellent field position for Marion. 1st and 10 from their own 36. With 8:07 remaining here in the first, and Marion up 7-0. Marion went to the air mostly on that first drive. Darter going 3 for 4 for 28 yards, but the scoring play was that of Johnny William, a 53-yard jet sweep. First handoff to Salary. No, Darter fakes it, throws across the seam, a high jumping gloved catch up the right seam, down into the Taylor red zone. Leaping up and snagging it is Mykelty Armstrong. His first catch of the day, and quickly moving his Marion all the way down to the Taylor 16, a gain of 20 on first down.
Mykelty Armstrong makes the catch. Down inside the 20 to the 16. It's a first down, Marion.
Knights on a 20-yard reception. First one for Armstrong today. Darter, right hash mark, throws across the middle, and right at the goal line, caught by Johnny William. A 16-yard pass to William. 2 plays and a touchdown here for the Knights, and they quickly go in front, 13-0, with 7:36 remaining here in the opening quarter. Just 2 drives there for the quick strike Marion offense. Their defense much deserved to get the top billing here when you look at their roster in the game notes, but the offense not that far behind the Marion D. Please sack to add the extra point. And that one goes on through. With 7:36 remaining here in quarter number 1, is number 2 Marion 14, Taylor 0. As being helped off the field for the Trojans was Joe Huff, the freshman defensive back. We're back with more after this on the Trojan Sports Network. Brain's got it teed up for the undefeated second-ranked team in the land, the Marion Knights. They lead 14-0 with 7:36 to go here in quarter 1. A short kick this time. Hodge will come in. He'll let it bounce past his legs and into the end zone. And good thing for Hodge, that one narrowly missed bouncing off of his right knee. He would have been forced to pick that one up, and so it'll be another touchback here for Frayne. And for the 3rd time this afternoon, Taylor will start 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Again, Levi Frazier getting his first collegiate start here this afternoon due to the depleted quarterback core for TU. Frazier 2 for 3 through the air, but Taylor has gone predominantly to the ground. And we'll see what Taylor can do down by 14 here on their 3rd drive of the day. Marion brings a blitz up the middle. They give it around to Crisp. He spins away from pressure, but he's wrapped up by the first man to get to him. That was Chad Skaggs, the career leader in sacks for Marion. He gets his first tackle today, and it'll be for a loss. Move Taylor back to their own 22, a loss of 3. It's second down.
Skaggs on the stop for the Knights will bring up second down and 14.
So back-to-back negative plays for TU. Push it all the way back, or runs, I should say, for Crisp. Move it all the way back to the Taylor 21 on a loss of 4. 7 minutes to go here, opening quarter. Taylor moving from left to right in purple. Josh Saltzgaber moves to the right of Frazier in the pistol. Chest high snap, rolling to the near side. Little out route near side, caught by Holbein at the 25. He'll step out of bounds there. Being ushered out by Gennaro Penn, as well as Jahari Davis, who's been around a couple different plays today. Out to the Taylor 26, actually making the 27.
That will bring up third down and 8.
Gain of 6, Holbein's second catch today. And the third completion for Frazier. 13 yards through the air for Frazier today. He makes his first career start, and Taylor tries to pick up another first down here. They're 0 for 2 on third down today. It's 3rd and 9 from the TU 26, a near hash snap. Just a 3-man rush for Marion. Frazier drops back, and there's a flag, our first one of the afternoon. And here's Les Anderson, our official.
False start. Offense for 75. 5-yard penalty. Remain. Third down.
False start against the Trojans, their first penalty here today. So move back to the 22 on a loss of 5. 3rd and 13 for the Trojans, 6:20 and counting first quarter against the second-ranked team in the land, an undefeated Marion. Josh Saltzgaber stays as a back just off the left hip of Frazier in the pistol. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right for the Trojans. Now they bring the slot man in motion. That's Holbein to the near side. High snap, Frazier hauls it in. Marion rushes 3, a screen to Saltzgaber. 25 trying to bounce outside the numbers. 30 steps through a tackle before he's pushed out of bounds at that 31-yard line. One of the men in there was Bailey Bennett. And a late flag thrown as Nagai Poyser was the last one to get off the pile for the Knights. And an arm thrown around his teammate TJ Comer. And this one might be on 21 in gray, and this might be a free first down for the Trojans on the Marion penalty. Our officials huddled. The Trojans bringing on Preston Scott and Dalton Lowry, their 2 tight ends. So it does look like this one will go against Marion on their first penalty of the afternoon.
After the play, unsportsmanlike. 21 on the defense. The 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. And that is the first unsportsmanlike call, 21 of the game.
So second first down of the day for the Trojans. Saltzgaber took that play all the way out to the 31, a gain of 9 on the screen pass on his first catch of the day. There's the second first down for the Trojans. They've got it 1st and 10 from their own 46. Chest high snap to Frazier. Pressure comes. He throws a jump ball near side, underthrown, and that one's easily intercepted by Darrell Wilson. On the first interception thrown by Frazier in his career, tried to throw a jump ball up near side to Hodge. He tries to rip it out of Wilson's hands. They are separated. Wilson gets it, and Darrell Wilson gets it. The redshirt sophomore safety with his first interception of the day. And the first turnover of the afternoon goes to Marion. And after getting a free first down on an unsportsmanlike penalty, Taylor's defense has to come back onto the field, down 14-0 with 5:38 to go here in the opening quarter.
Sideline warning, the Marion bench. It is a warning. It goes with no additional yardage. It's a warning, the first warning of the game.
So a warning against the Marion bench. They had a lot of guys come onto the field from the far sideline. So just a warning. The next one will result in a penalty against the visitors. Marion takes over 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. They lead 14-0. They've scored both times they've had the ball today. Here's their 3rd crack at the end zone, going from right to left in gray. A new back onto the right side of Ethan Darter. Knee-high snap. He fakes the handoff there, throws up the seam, and that one sliced through just before Rob Murray could tap it away. Second catch of the day for Brandon Dillon. That one close to a first down. It'll be a gain of 9. And bring second down and 1.
86, Brandon Dillon on the reception. Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
So Dillon's second catch. 4th straight completion for Darter. Hand off to the near side. This will be a loss of yardage. John Reagan, one of the men on the stop for TU. Try to see who that new running back is in for Marion. It's number 8, Wes Cook. And now it's third down for the
Ray
Knights.
Wesley took the ball carrier.
Back
He
to their own
dropped in the
40.
backfield for
A loss of 2.
4. John Reagan in on the stop for the Trojans.
Running game has not been that strong for Marion today, outside of, actually pushed it all the way back to the 41, outside that 53-yard scamper by William. Snap back to Darter. In the pocket, great protection throw, tapped in the air and almost intercepted by Mark Baker. Baker dropped back in coverage. The linebacker got his fingertips on it, and Marion will be forced to punt for the first time today, leading 14-0 as Baker leapt into the air, used all 6 feet 2 inches of that frame, and almost hauled in an interception. Marion 1 for 2 on third downs today. Frayne, who's handled kickoffs, comes in to punt this one. Good protection. He drives a right foot out of there. Gehrig rolling to his left. Will let this one bounce to the Taylor 21. Takes a huge Marion bounce inside the Taylor 10. Rolls inside the 5. This one will keep rolling down close to the 3 or the 2-yard line. Frayne with a monster punt on his first one of the day. And this will pin Taylor deep right at their own 2-yard line, down 14-0 with 4:14 to go here in quarter number 1.
Inside the 5-yard line. A 59-yard punt down at the 2-yard line.
So a 59-yard punt there from Frayne on his first one of the day. Not a bad one for Mr. Frayne there.
This is a complete fucking joke.
We apologize for the language that just came through our crowd mic upstairs. So we will turn that off here for the time being. As Taylor starts off, 1st and 10 from their own 2, going from left to right. And now a flag comes out. We will have to look at the play-by-play there just because of I'm not sure if somebody has been ejected or something, but Taylor get it out 15 yards, second unsportsmanlike penalty against Marion today. So instead of starting at your own 2, Taylor gets to start at their own 17, a much-needed breather for Levi Frazier in his first career start. 4:14 to go in the first. Taylor down 14-0. Crisp is the man in the backfield with Frazier. Handoff up the middle. Crisp darting to his left. He's tripped up right before he gets to the 20-yard line. A gain of 3. First one to get the stop there was Jalen McIntyre for Marion. Second and 7 for Taylor as Frazier gets the play from the near side of the field. Trying to look and see what that penalty was before this. An unsportsmanlike penalty against Owen Gilbert. So that's his first warning of the day. So 2 unsportsmanlike penalties against Marion. Second and 7 for Taylor from the 20. Marion brings for a screen far sideline. Too high for Crisp in traffic. And an incompletion by Frazier, his third miscue of the day.
Frazier's pass is incomplete. Bring up 3rd down and 7.
So 3rd and 7 here for TU. 3:29 to go, opening quarter. Marion scored on their first 2 drives of the day. Taylor has punted on their first 2 and then an interception after that first unsportsmanlike penalty against the Knights here today. Taylor 0 for 2 on 3rd downs today. They need 7 here. The snap comes from their own 20 on the left hash mark. They move from left to right. 2 men on either side of Frazier. Far to the side, Pine pass too high for Hodge. And the incompletion will bring Gunderson on to punt for the 3rd time today.
Incomplete. Bring up 4th down.
Back deep to receive the punt is Ben Stevens. Now he retreats into his own side of the field. Gunderson's 3rd punt here today. Good snap, catches it cleanly this time and drives a good right-footed foot out of there. Stevens, fair catches at his own 50, or at the 50, I should say. Toes are at the 49. It looks like they'll put it down at the 50-yard line. A punt of 30 yards. And Marion will take over 1st and 10 from midfield, leading 14-0 here with 3:17 to go in the first quarter. Fourth drive of the opening quarter for Marion. They scored on the first two. They had to punt on the last one. Salary back in. Stretch play near side. Taylor forcing to bounce it out. Wrapping him up as Matt Wynn, but Salary will carry him for a couple more yards before he's pushed out of bounds after help from Hasbrook and Bronkema. 4-yard pickup for Salary down to the Taylor 46 on 1st and 10.
Make it 2nd and 6.
First carry for Salary today, who comes into the day the second leading rusher in Marion history. Just almost 3,200 yards behind the leader, Tevin Lake. But Salary with another year to go at MU has plenty of time to make that up. He's behind Darter in the pistol. Darter, 3rd start of the season after replacing the injured starter Luke Johnston. Screen pass after the fake. Dillon catches it. He'll run up the far side, numbers 40, 35, bulldozing guys down close to the Taylor 25-yard line as Dillon makes his 3rd catch of the afternoon. He has been the favorite target of Dillon today. Same thing like he was last week. And the Knights down to the Taylor 27, a first down play on a gain of 19.
Third pass is complete, taken down inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. First down for Marion.
3rd catch for Dillon. Greg Miller Jr., Armstrong, and William all line up as trips receivers to the left. Taylor will rush 4. Knee-high snap, they give off to Salary, avoids a tackle in the backfield. Rob Murray wraps him up for a gain of 2. It was Mark Baker who went flying through the middle there.
After a short gain, bring up 2nd and 9.
It'll be a gain of 1 to the 26. Big plays have been the story today for the Knights. They scored on the 53-yard jet sweep from William, and after a bad punt by the Trojans that set Marion up at the Taylor 36, they scored in 2 plays. They have not been able to get the running game going today. They come in averaging 221 yards on the ground. Chest high snap. Pass to the near side, coming back to get in, then dropping it. 2nd drop of the day here by the Marion receivers, and that's going to be the 2nd one, it looks like, for Greg Miller Jr. Darter had protection all day to throw, and for the 2nd time today, Greg Miller Jr. has one that would have been good enough for a first down that he drops. And now it's 3rd and 9 for Marion. They're 1 for 2 on 3rd downs here today. Salary to the right of Darter. Barks for the call, now walks forward and gets the play from the far sideline. Andy Mitchell, the 3rd-year offensive coordinator for Marion. 2 to the left, that's William and Miller Jr. Mykelty Armstrong lines up wide to the right. 3rd and 9 for Marion from the Taylor 26. 2:04 to go in the first quarter. Throw across the middle, and a little bit of contact there. It's an incomplete pass as Darter was looking for Dillon up the middle of the seam. 2nd time that Marion has been unable to convert on a 3rd down as the Taylor defense stiffens here. And Plesac will come on to try the extra point. And we'll see where they line up at. It'll be a 43-yard attempt for Matt Plesac. This will be his longest of the year. His longest coming in was 39. This one from 43 on the right hash mark. Right foot into it. His short kick. This might not get to the crossbar, and it's wide right. And Plesac, who came in 30 for 37 in his career, misses from 43 yards here. And the Trojans will get the ball back with 1:52 to go here in the first quarter, still down 14. Grant Holbein comes in to start this drive off for the Trojans at their own 26. Wildcat quarterback. He'll run a zone read up the middle, faking the handoff to Crisp. Holbein had not played quarterback since his high school days back up in Michigan, and he's thrown into duty today with Levi Frazier, the freshman starter, getting a breather here on the 4th drive of the day for TU. So a gain of 1 for Holbein. And again, he'll stay in there as a Wildcat quarterback as Preston Scott exits and Taylor brings in a new wide receiver, a couple new wide receivers. 3 to the right, gloves off for Holbein. Crisp is the man behind him. 2nd and 9 from the Taylor 27. Option, good fake by Holbein. Flag is thrown as he muscles his way up close to the 30. It'll be a gain of 2. And offsides will be the call here against Marion. It looks like against Nick-I Poisser, as he's trying to blitz from the near side of the formation.
Offside, defense, number 3. 5-yard penalty, remaining, 2nd down.
So 5-yard penalty. Still will be 2nd down for TU as they march this one up to the 32. Good little fake there from Holbein. And Levi Frazier comes back in at the quarterback spot. 2nd and 4 for Taylor. 1:07 to go here in the first quarter. Taylor has not been able to get the ball across midfield just yet. Less than a minute to go in the opening quarter. Taylor down 14-0. Pistol, chest high snap. Frazier gives off to Crisp, trying to move out to the left, and he was tackled in the backfield by Bailey Bennett. Another tackle for 7 and Gray, and here comes a 3rd down for TU, 3rd and about medium.
Number 7, Bennett, in on the stop for the Knights.
A loss of 1 back to the Taylor 31. Taylor 0 for 2 on 3rd down tries today. They came in converting at just 38% on the season. A tight end to the left, that's Preston Scott, the former high school teammate of Levi Frazier. Both are freshmen. A wide out to the left, 2 wide to the right for Frazier. 3rd and 5 from the TU 31. Marion brings pressure on a draw and then crisply just dropped in the backfield at the 24-yard line. Poised for the middle linebacker, the leading tackler for Marion, one of 3 Knights to get in there and drop Crisp for a loss. And that'll be our last play here of. And Chad Skaggs in there as well. That's our last play of the opening quarter. Through 15 minutes, it's Marion, the second-ranked team in the country, 14, and Taylor 0. We're back with the first play of the second quarter after this commercial break.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making...
First play of the second quarter will be a punt from Austin Gunderson. It will be his 4th one here of the afternoon. And again, it's Ben Stevens with his neon yellow gloves back deep. He stands at his own 44. Near hash mark snap to the chest of Gunderson. He'll drive a right foot sidewinder. And Stevens will catch it at the 48, running away from Burdine into Taylor territory. He runs through a tackle of Lowry at the Taylor 40. Baker will wrap him up, push him back. Forward progress should put Stevens on his first return of the day down to the 40 of TU, and that's where Marion will start on the first drive here the second quarter, leading Taylor 14-0.
Gunderson punt, caught and returned by number 84, Ben Stevens, down near the Taylor 41-yard line.
So call it the Taylor 41-yard line. Second time that Marion will start in Taylor territory today. And they only needed 2 plays to score their second touchdown when they started from the TU 36. They start here from the Taylor 41. Wes Cook is the linebacker to the right of Ethan Darter, who was 7 for 11 in that first half throwing. Rolls to the near side. Wants to get completion number 8 and does. It's caught on the gloved catch by Armstrong. He's pushed out of bounds by Swore and Gehrig. Second catch of the day for Armstrong. And this one will be not enough for the first down. Stopped and pushed out of bounds at the Taylor 34. Gain of 7.
Gain of 6 on the play, brings up 2nd and 4.
Back-to-back completions for Darter. 8 of 12 he is through the air. He's in the pistol here with Cook behind him. Now he walks forward. Makes a signal at his shin to the receivers on either side. Taylor with 4 down linemen. 2nd and 4 for Marion from the TU 34. They lead 14-0, just underway second quarter. Darter throwing a go route near side. He's got a man deep. Armstrong looks over his shoulder, and he makes the catch, and he goes into the end zone for the 3rd touchdown of the day. This one from 34 yards out. Armstrong with his first touchdown catch, and Darter with his 2nd touchdown throw of the day. This one for 34 yards, and Marion leads 20-0. 52 seconds into this second quarter. Plesac to add the extra point. He's been perfect today on the PATs, and that remains so here. 3 for 3 on the PATs. Just underway here, second quarter, 52 seconds in. Marion leads Taylor 21-0 after a 2-play touchdown drive. Second time that Marion has started in Taylor territory, and the second time they've taken 2 plays to find pay dirt here on the Trojan Sports Network. Two-play drive, second time today that Marion has scored. They lead 21-0 here over the Trojans on homecoming. Darter's been great, 9 of 13 through the air. 2 touchdowns, no picks. And this one kicked deep. Hodge backpedaling, will take it as zone 3. He'll run it forward up the right side of the field. Out to the 15, out to the 20. Leapfrogs a man and tries to hurdle down to the 30. They'll say he gets down to the 23, or no, make it the 27-yard line of TU to make it the 28. And that's where Taylor will start. 14:01 to go here in this second quarter. The Trojans down 21-0. Their first full drive here of the second quarter. So here comes the Taylor offense from right to left. Levi Frazier, the freshman quarterback from LaPel, Indiana, getting his first career start today after the Trojans depleted at the quarterback spot. Josh Saltzgaber to his left. Frazier looks to his left, throws to his right. It's caught in the stomach by Daniel Boy. He puts his shoulder down and then carries a tackler out of bounds to the Marion sideline across from us. That was Darrell Wilson. And Boy with his first catch is a first down for TU. 5th completion of the day for TU.
Daniel Boy, fans, that's enough for a Taylor.
Pickup of 12 out to the Taylor 40. Frazier 5 of 9 through the air. Boy now comes in motion from left to right. Snap from the right hash mark in the pistol. Give off to Saltzgaber, gets a couple. First one to get to him was Miles Morrow of Marion. Trying to see who else gets up off that pile. Big number 99, Chris Oakley out of Indianapolis. Pickup of 2. Chad Skaggs in for a tackle as well. First run of the day for Saltzgaber. This is Josh Saltzgaber, his brother Zach out today, the Taylor backup quarterback. Boy and Burdine out to either side, a double tight end set for TU. 4 in the defensive secondary for Marion with 4 down linemen. Frazier in the pistol again. High snap, bobbling it, gives off to Saltzgaber, who snatches it out of the air. Just puts that head down, got close to the 45, called the 44. A pickup of 2, and it'll be 3rd down and 6 here for the Trojans.
Once again, the Taylor ball carrier takes it out near the 44-yard line. Pickup of 2 will make it 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6 for TU. They're 0 for 5 here on 3rd downs today. Marion not that much better, just 1 for 3. 3rd and 6. TU has the ball at their own 44. 6 in the secondary for Marion. 3 down linemen. They anticipate a throw from Frazier here with 4 wideouts. They bring pressure near side. Saltzgaber picks it up. Frazier up the right seam. There's Ben Davis tapped away. Can he catch it on the ricochet? No, he cannot, as that one was tapped away. The first one in there was Jahari Davis to initially get it. And Taylor will have to punt here for the 5th time today, as Riley Peace had the stop on the play as well. We apologize for the no crowd mic. Just a couple instances up top. We'll turn the mic off and we'll see if we can get it back on later in the day. We'll definitely have it on for the homecoming and the Hall of Fame stuff during halftime. Punt to Stevens. Major Daly blocked away. Stevens tackled from behind by Preston Scott as he takes it out to the 35. And Marion will take over 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line, going from left to right. They lead 21-0 with 11:52 to go before halftime. We're back after this quick timeout. Ethan Darter, 9 for 13 today, 2 touchdowns and 132 yards through the air. He has not needed the running game today. He's been just fine through the air. Salary behind him now moves to his left in the pistol. Low snap. Flag is thrown right when Darter puts the ball into Salary's stomach. A false start here against Marion. Their 3rd penalty here of the day. Make it their 4th. They've had 2 unsportsmanlike penalties, an offside, and now this false start. So moving back to their own 32. Brandon Dillon comes in as a tight end to the right. He has 3 receptions today, 43 yards. Darter in the gun. Takes a snap. Great protection. Now he's forced off of his spot, rolling near side at the numbers. Throws on the run a high throw that Dillon's tapped away. Rob Murray had his eyes on it. Good block from behind. Celebrating hard was Major Daly. He got his hands there. Bronkema made life difficult for the tight end Dillon as well. It'll be 2nd and 15 for Marion on just the 5th incompletion of the afternoon here by Ethan Darter. Second and 15, Salary to the left of Darter in the gun. 2 wide receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Taylor rushes 4. Salary, the fake, the handoff, and a nice extended arm catch on the left side of the field, back close to the original line of scrimmage, down to the 39. A gain of 7 on the catch by Jarrett Clark, the redshirt junior from Indianapolis and North Central High School. And here comes the 3rd and 8 for the Marion Knights from their own 39, excuse me. Taylor having to hustle off the field. Bostic sprinting to the near sideline, and he gets off just in time as now Marion will change the play. The Knights are 1 for 3 on 3rd downs here so far. Here's their first 3rd down try of quarter number 2. 11:03 and counting here in the 2nd quarter. They lead Taylor 21-0, moving from left to right. Left hash mark snap at the knees of Darter. Protection all day. Now climbs the pocket, throws on the run. Caught just across midfield on a rolling catch by Johnny William, his 3rd snag of the day. It's a 1st down for Marion, their 8th one today. Down to the Taylor 48. So that's a gain of 13 on Williams' 3rd catch of the day, and the 11th completion for Darter. William in motion. They give the jet sweep again. He scored the last time they ran this play. He'll run through the tackle of Bronkema, who holds on for dear life, and then reinforcements come. Major Daly in there for Taylor as well, along with Sam Barr, too. And they prevent William from getting his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. And he stopped at the Taylor 44, a gain of 4. Darter in the Marion offense, moving from left to right in gray. 3 wide receivers. Taylor almost jumps off sides, but John Reagan able to hit the brakes long enough to get back on the right side of things. H back to the right, faking the handoff as Darter across the middle, jumping catch in Taylor territory inside the 30 for another first down. This is Greg Miller Jr. who gets some positive reinforcement back in that mind after 2 consecutive drops. And it's 1st and 10 here for Marion, down to the Taylor 25. That's a gain of 19 on the second catch of the day for Miller. Three straight completions for Darter. Knee-high snap. Give off to Saller around the right end, all the way in his feet. He has got home in front of him. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 5 as Matt Wynn prevented a touchdown from 25 yards for Saller on his first solid run of the day. Outside of the William carry for 53 yards, Marion had just rushed for 6 yards total on the ground before that big run there for Saller all the way down to the Taylor 3, a gain of 22, a first down once again. Wildcat formation here for Marion. Darter on the sideline. It's Tristan Tante, the backup, one of the backup running backs out there for Marion. The tight end Dillon relays the play to the center Dalton Button. Man in motion from right to left. Tante takes a snap, calls his own number, puts his shoulder down, might have gotten one. Runs right into the heart of that Taylor defensive line. One of the men helped off the pile, Jake Arnold. Bostic in there as well on the initial stop. And Tante will stay in there as a Wildcat quarterback. 2nd and goal from the 2, a gain of 1. 2 wide receivers to the left and 1 to the right for Tante and the Marion offense. Dillon, the tight end to the left, relays the play to the center Button. Tante moves a man in motion from right to left. Extra tight end to the right. Tante gets it, now runs to the left, runs through the arm tackle of Swore into the end zone. Now finally crosses the goal line, but a flag was thrown before Tante crossed the goal line. So Tante scores from 2 yards out. We'll have to wait and see what the flag is. So a hold against the Marion defense. Move them back. It'll still be 2nd and goal with 8:03 to go here before halftime. The Knights on top 21-0. And now the quarterback Ethan Darter will come back onto the field for the MU offense along with Charles Sallery after back-to-back Wildcat plays with Tristan Tante. So a 10-yard loss. 5th penalty of the day for Marion. Darter gets the play from the far side of the field. Dillon, a tight end to the left. 2 wide receivers left. Those are Clark and William, who's in the slot left. Greg Miller Jr. wide right. Faking the handoff. Now they do give it to Sallery. Swore bolts in. Sallery on his feet to the 10, to the 5. Dancing in. He's pushed out of bounds finally by Tyler Gehrig and Matt Wynn. And Sallery gets it back close to the original line of scrimmage. This should be 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3. It will be the 2. A 10-yard pickup there from Sallery as he starts to find his rhythm here today. Fourth carry of the day for Sallery. 3rd and goal. Marion 1 for 3 on 3rd down tries today. 3rd and goal from the 2 for Marion. A left hash mark snap. They lead 21-0 with 7:40 to go before halftime. Darter lobs into the end zone, trying to find it over his shoulder. Not able to get it is Johnny William, as he had to look over his right shoulder, then tried to look back to his left. It's incomplete. And now Marion will have a decision. They'll bring Plesac on to try the chip shot field goal. Plesac missed one today from 43 yards towards the end of the first quarter. This one should be fairly easy from 19 yards away on the left hash mark out of the hold of Tante, the running back. Good snap. Plesac's right foot is into it, and this one is right on through. Plesac, the career leader in field goal makes in Marion history, makes his 31st career field goal. It was 7:31 to go here before halftime. Number 2, Marion leads Taylor 24-0 here on the Trojan Sports Network. 19-yard field goal good for Plesac. He's 1 for 2 on field goals today. And Marion leads 24-0 with 7:31 to go here in our second quarter. Frayne will drive it deep with the right foot. Hodge backpedaling. He'll take it at his own 6. To the 10, to the 15, angling to the near side 20. Steps through a tackle, trying to get back to the 20-yard line. He'll be hit and dropped. First one to hit him was Cameron Harris on the coverage on the kickoff unit. And Hodge will get back to his feet after the stop. And we'll see what Frazier on the offense can do here. Trying to get across midfield for the first time today. And again, Frazier, the freshman from LaPel, Indiana, making his first career start. The Trojans' plan was to redshirt him this season, but with the heavy injuries at quarterback last week, Frazier called into duty today. 1st and 10 for Taylor from their own 18, going from right to left. Faking the handoff is Frazier. Throws one on the run, far sideline, coming back to get it and diving and catching it. And that one hit the turf, it looks like. And it did. That's an incompletion as Boy tried to come back and make a diving catch on the far sideline. Frazier 5 for 11 through the air, 34 yards in the pick. $7:16 remaining here in quarter number 2. Taylor from right to left in purple. Still looking across the 50 for the first time today. Crisp is the deep man behind Frazier in the pistol. 3 wide receivers. They'll give it to Crisp around the right end. Now stretching it all the way out to the numbers. 20. Hits the brakes as he runs into his own man. He gets a couple. Staying in bounds, and it'll be a 3rd and long here for TU. Morrow and Skaggs stretch that play out to the far side of the field. And here comes another 3rd down try for the Trojans. 0 for 6 on 3rd downs today, trying to pick up their first one here. It'll be 3rd and 7 from the 21. Ninth carry of the day for Crisp. Frazier will send Boy wide to the right. His high school teammate Preston Scott is a tight end to the right. And 2 men to the left. Frazier takes a snap, rolling near side, looks, passes, complete to Holbein for a first down. Then he's hit by a whole host of Marion defenders. Riley Peace was the first one there in coverage, but Holbein's reception gives Taylor their 4th first down of the afternoon. Out to the 34, a gain of 13. And here's Frazier again. 3 wide to the left. High snap. Inside give to Crisp. Wants to bounce it out right side. Chill's trying to stretch it through. Stiff arm, and he'll be wrapped up and stopped by 2 different defenders. Bailey Bennett came in to finish off the tackle after one of his teammates was hit with a stiff arm. It looked like it was Gennaro Penn, who initially slowed down Crisp's path, and then Bennett came in for a stop. He's been all around the ball today for the Marion D, the sophomore linebacker out of Greenwood, Indiana. No gain, back to the 34 on the 10th carry of the afternoon for Spencer Crisp. 2nd and 10 for TU from the 34. Right hash mark snap. They go from right to left, down by 24. Frazier gets the belt high snap, looks to his right, throws a quick one, almost trying to make a one-hand catch was Boy. Had a defender all on his back. Good coverage there by the corner on the left side of the field. And that was TJ Comer. And here's 3rd and 10 for TU. Trojans 1 for 7 on 3rd down today. They just picked up their first 3rd down try of the afternoon 2 plays ago. And they'll try to get one here. Lowry exits, the tight end. Taylor wants another receiver out there. It'll be Holden Hodge on the near side. Boy, the only man wide to the right. Scott is an H-back along with Josh Saltzgaber on either side of Frazier in the pistol. 6 in the secondary for Marion. They rush 3. Pass across the middle, tipped, and on one almost intercepted. Getting his hand on it was Jahari Davis. Gennaro Penn tried to haul it in, but he was running up towards midfield. An incompletion will bring the punt unit back on for TU. The Trojans just 1 for 8 on 3rd downs here this afternoon. Sixth punt of the day here for Gunderson. Stevens has only had a chance to return one punt here today. And this one a high one. Stevens will wave for the fair catch. He makes it at his own 31. A punt of 35 yards for Gunderson. And Marion will take over 1st and 10 from their own 31 with 5:09 to go before halftime, leading 24-0. We're right back after this short timeout. First and 10 for Marion from their own 31. Cook, the man in the backfield, will get it around the left end. He'll be hit and dropped by Jordan Jackson after a gain of a couple. Call it 4 out to the Marion 35. Pick up a 4 on 2nd and 10, or to make it 2nd and 6. First positive carry for Cook today. After losing 3 on his initial carry, he gets 4 here. Stopped to the 35 by Taylor's Jordan Jackson. And here's Ethan Darter in the gun. Taylor brings pressure, looks to be from the near side. Now Darter will walk to the line of scrimmage, and the pressure by Sam Bolin, he'll back it off. Darter changes the plays. He crouches behind his offensive line. Marion going from left to right in gray, a knee-high snap. Darter looks to the near sideline. He wants to air it out to the near side, trying to come back to get his Armstrong, and Major Daly will be whistled for a pass interference as Armstrong tried to come back for the pass. Daly had his back to the play as Armstrong tried to climb over him. This should be a pass interference against the Taylor freshman defensive back. So an automatic first down here for the Knights. Second-ranked team in the country, undefeated at 5-0 coming in, 3-0 on the road. And this ball will be placed right at midfield after the 15-yard penalty. Just the second penalty against Taylor here this afternoon. Clark is the wide man to the right. 2 other receivers out there with him. Cook off the right hip of Darter in the gun. Giving the handoff to Cook around the near side, bouncing it out, runs through a couple tackles, stopped after he crosses the Taylor 45, stopped at the 44. Wynn and Bartu combine for the tackle for the Trojans. Second down and manageable from the 44. On a gain of 6. Back-to-back positive yardage runs for 8 in gray, Wes Cook. Play being signaled in from the Marion sideline across from us. The Knights go from left to right in gray. Gray jerseys, gray pants, gray helmets. With the yellow numbers, Trojans the purple jerseys and white pants. Darter with Cook to his left. 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. 4 down linemen for TU with 5 in the secondary. 3:36 and counting before halftime. Marion up 24-0, and right before the snap, the Knights will take their first timeout here of half number 1. We'll pause with them with 3:34 to go before halftime as number 2 Marion 24 and Taylor 0 here on Homecoming Saturday on the Trojan Sports Network. So Marion uses one of their 3 first-half timeouts. Darter with Cook to his left. Fakes the handoff, throws across the middle. Caught by Dillon, the tight end. He'll be stopped by Matt Wynn, but not before he crosses the 30. Down to the Taylor 28. Good enough for the first down, a pickup of 16 after the timeout. Four straight completions here for Darter today. 4th catch for Dillon. This time a 16-yard pickup. And it's a 1st and 10 again for the Knights. Their 10th one here of the afternoon. Fresh set of downs from the 28. Faking the handoff, throwing across the middle, caught by Johnny William. On the left side, his 4th catch and another 1st down reception here for the Knights. Williams stopped by Tyler Garrick at the Taylor 12. Back-to-back plays of 16 yards on passes from Darter, as he's now completed 5 passes in a row. He's now over 200 yards passing here in the first half. He's 14 for 20 for 203. Another catch for William. Low snap. This one bouncing around. Darter, did he fall on it? And yes, he did. He'll go back to the 16. But a bad snap there from Dalton Button, the redshirt junior center. And thankfully for Darter and the Marion offense, he falls on it before any more tragedy could come. So a loss on the play pushes it back to the 16. A loss of 4. 2nd and 14 for the Knights. They go from left to right in gray. 2:18 and counting before halftime. They lead 24-0. Left hash mark snap. Darter, screen pass, coming back to get it at the 15, dancing away from a tackle at the 10. It was Bronkema with the stop. Coming back on the little screen pass to get the reception was Greg Miller Jr. So Miller with the reception. Or Cook, it looks like, excuse me. So a 3rd down and 8 from the Taylor 10 for Marion. 1:50 to go before halftime. Darter turns and looks back to the far sideline. Taylor fans down below us trying to get behind the defense. 95 seconds remaining in the first half. Darter looking to his left, a little comebacker route, tipped away, and it's intercepted in the end zone by Bronkema, and now he's going to run it out to the near side. He'll be stopped at the 6. That ball deflected and intercepted by the Trojans as Bronkema hauls in the INT. Taylor gets their first turnover here of the afternoon, and with 1:24 to go here in this first half, Taylor would like to go down and get points since Marion will get the opening second half kickoff. First interception for Darter today, the first turnover for Marion. Each team with 1 turnover today. Both turnovers have been via interceptions. So Frazier comes out, 1st and 10 for Taylor from their own 7-yard line. Crisp lines up a yard in the Taylor end zone. Snap comes from the near side hash mark. Marion rushes for, quick screen far side. Coming back to get it is Daniel Boy up the far side, numbers across the 10. Close to the 15, he's tackled inbounds. The clock continues to run. Almost a gain of 8. We'll call it 6 to the 14. Actually make it back to the 13. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 13. Right hash mark snap. Frazier fakes the handoff. Screen across. That one taps as he tried to go to Holbein. Tapping it away was Poisser, the leading tackler for the Knights. Clock stops with 54 seconds remaining before halftime. 3rd and 15 for TU from their own 12. Taylor just 1 for 8 on 3rd downs here today. They were 0 for 7 to start. They need 5 yards here. They need to get to their own 17 with 54 seconds remaining here in the first half. Frazier in the pistol. Chest high snap. Quick throw up the seam. Holbein wasn't looking for it. And that one will skip off the turf before Darrell Wilson could get his hands underneath and get the interception. Frazier upset with himself. First career start for the freshman. 7 for 17 through the air today. And so Gunderson will come on to punt for the 7th time today. 50 seconds left. Stevens with his heels at midfield. Actually, that's not Gunderson out there, the punt. That is Garrett Russell. Stevens did not wait for the fair catch. He makes it at the 45. Tackle on the play by Taylor's Ben Davis and Josh Saltzgaber. So Russell on the punt here for TU. Trying to see where Gunderson is down there. Don't see him. Let's take a quick span of the sideline. Oh, there he is. Helmet's on, looks to be fine. So they just let Russell go out there and get his first punt. 42 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Still 2 timeouts to work with for Marion. They lead 24-0. Darter trying to bounce back from his first INT thrown today. Drops back to pass here. Great protection. Pass to the near side. Knocked away, was it? Yes, it was. Good pass break up there by the freshman Tyler Watson of Center Grove. Knocks it away from Mykelty Armstrong. And a 2nd and 10 here for Marion from their own 45. Darter 14 of 23 through the air. 2 touchdowns on the pick for 209 yards. Right at midfield is Darter. Takes a snap at the chest. Rolls to his left. Now climbs the pocket. He'll just run. Jordan Jackson pursuing him. Darter at the 35. He'll slide down at the 32 or 33 as Watson came up to try for the stop. That's good enough by a yard or 2 for a first down. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds remaining as Marion will move the chains. They go from left to right in gray. Near hash mark snap. Darter gets it at the waist. Looking to his left. A little comebacker. This one across the seam. Broken up by T.J. Swore as he tried to find the tight end Dillon. 3 straight incompletions here for Darter. The pick and then the last 2 throws he's tried. Second and 10. Taylor will take a timeout with 13 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. We'll pause with them here on the Trojan Sports Network. Second and 10 for Marion with 13 seconds remaining from the Taylor 33-yard line. Marion goes from left to right in gray. They lead 24-0 here over the Trojans. Charles Sallery back in there as a running back to the left of the quarterback, Ethan Darter, 6'6 junior from Northern Indiana. Takes a snap and rolls to his left. Great protection. Rolling away, Taylor looking for a hold. They won't get it. Now Jordan Jackson comes, and he'll tackle Darter down for a sack. Stopped back at the Taylor 36, a loss of 3, as Jackson gets the first sack of the afternoon for TU. So 3rd and 13 here for Marion, and they'll want a timeout to talk things over with 3 seconds remaining here in the half. Be interesting to see if they want to bring Plesac back out here. He's already missed a field goal today from 43 yards. His longest of the year is 39. This one of the ball placed at the 36 would probably put it, the ball be placed out at the 43, so that would make it a 53-yard try. If they want to bring Plesac out here to try the field goal, we'll pause momentarily and come back and see what Marion has decided to do. So the Marion offense will stay out there. They go from left to right. 3 wide receivers to the right. The tight end Dillon is in the slot to the right. And Jared Clark is the only man wide to the left for Marion. And now Taylor will take their second of 3 timeouts. And we'll pause again. Still 3 seconds remaining in the first half. Marion up 24-0. We're back with more on the Trojan Sports Network right after this. So 3rd and 13 here for Marion. They are 1 for 3 on third downs today. They go from left to right, each team with one timeout left if they want it. The snap will come from the Taylor 36. Salary is the back end there with Darter. 3 wide to the right, again 1 to the left. Taylor will rush for, they drop their deepest men all the way back to their 15. Darter, great protection, throws one across the middle, caught by Salary to the 25. Jackson chasing him down to the 20. Salary trying to break away. Jackson holding on for dear life. And then Wynn will push him out of bounds as well. And that will be our last play here of the opening half. Through 30 minutes of play, it's been all number 2 Marion. They lead Taylor 24-0 here at the half. We'll come back with our halftime celebration of this year's Hall of Fame class after this break here on the Trojan Sports Network.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria. It's our taste.
The decision you're making is about so much more than where you'll spend the next 4 years. It's about how you'll live the next 40. So let me break down the Taylor University experience. We integrate faith and learning to become well-rounded, lifelong learners, while delivering a deeper knowledge of our specific areas of study. Whether you're producing award-winning films, building satellites for NASA, or preparing for a national ethics debate, Taylor will push you to excel in your field. But excellence isn't always about having the right answers. Sometimes it's about asking the right questions. Taylor is interdenominational. That means we can't always fall back on specific church doctrine to settle issues. We rely on scripture and the dynamic nature of iron sharpening iron to better know the God who's not afraid of our question. Much of this happens in the small town of Upland, Indiana, the place where Taylor does life together. But don't let this small town fool you. The schedule is packed with things to do, and through these activities, faculty, staff, and students become more than individuals occupying the same address. They become a community.
On October 27th, and we will celebrate Senior Day prior to kickoff of the final home game on November 3rd. Now, fans, we please ask that you direct your attention to midfield as Taylor University recognizes its 2018 Athletics Hall of Fame inductees: Chris Holtman, Bill Jones, Betsy Martinez, and Ryan Otis. Our first inductee is Chris Holtman. His wife Lori and daughter Nora are accepting the honor on his behalf. Chris is being hosted today by Taylor Assistant Athletic Director Jess Fankhauser. Chris graduated from Taylor in 1994 after collecting NAIA All-American honors and a pair of two-time All-District awards in his 2 seasons. He finished his Taylor career with 936 points, 229 assists, and a program best career three-point percentage of 47.8%. Holtman helped Taylor to a 25-9 record and #1 national ranking and an Elite 8 appearance as a senior before beginning his coaching career. Chris started with 5 years as an assistant at Taylor before serving in head coaching roles at Gardner-Webb, Butler, and currently Ohio State University. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Holtman. Our next inductee is Bill Jones, who is being honored posthumously and is represented today by his wife, Mira, and his sons, Kevin and Kit, and their families, and his sister, Linda Dahl. Kevin is with his wife, Jill, and sons, Jared, Jordan, and Carter, and Kent is joined by his children, Maddie and Derek. The family is being hosted by Taylor Hall of Fame board member Eric Turner. Bill was a 1965 Taylor graduate and a starting quarterback for the Trojans during their HCC championship three-peat from 1962 to 1964. Jones helped TU to a 14-0-1 league mark in those 3 years, and he earned all HCC honors as a senior. Went on to win 181 games as a high school football coach in Ohio, racking up 6 conference titles and 6 Coach of the Year honors. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Jones. Our next inductee is Betsy Brown Martinez, who is joined by her husband Colton and son Everett, as well as her parents Jim and Janet, and her sister's family Kate and Mark Hanna, and their children Dylan, Quinn, Cooper, and Ellery. Betsy is being hosted by Taylor Hall of Fame board member Amy Stuckey. Betsy is a 2012 graduate of Taylor and remains the only 4-time NAIA All-American in the history of the TU volleyball program. The 3-time MCC Setter of the Year helped Taylor to 4 straight league championships and a trio of NAIA tournament appearances. The team posted a 135-32 overall record, including a 49-1 league mark during her career. Betsy still sits second in program history with 6,087 assists. Ladies and gentlemen, Betsy Martinez. And our final inductee is Ryan Otis, who is joined by his wife Alicia. Ryan is hosted by TU Hall of Fame board member Jim Brown. Ryan is a 2012 Taylor graduate after claiming 2 NAIA All-American and MCC Player of the Year honors on the diamond for the Trojans. Otis was a 4-time first-team All-MCC performer and helped the Purple and Gold to 4 league titles, 3 NAIA national tournaments, and a 149-70 overall record, including an 83-20 mark in league play. Otis claimed the NAIA Gold Glove Award as a senior and finished as TU's all-time leader with 41 home runs, 58 doubles, 11 triples, and 228 runs batted in. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Otis. Fans, please join me in one more opportunity as we show our appreciation for the Taylor Athletics Hall of Fame class of 2018. Chris Holtman, Bill Jones, Betsy Martinez, and Ryan Otis.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
The Taylor University campus store, with their innovative textbook butler delivery service and name brand Taylor apparel and gifts, supports the Trojans year-round. The campus store, powered by Tree of Life Books, is a proud corporate partner of TU Athletics. It's easy to find something to show off someone's TU pride with 2 campus locations, one in the Dome and one in the campus center near the food court. The store is also open 24/7 at taylorcampusstore.com.
Since opening in the late 1980s, the Maddox Family Dental Center has been focusing on providing the highest quality dental care for their patients. Children to adults can receive a full-service treatment to meet their dental needs. The Maddox Family Dental Center has 2 locations in Hartford City and Dunkirk and always welcomes new patients. The Maddox Family Dental Center, a proud corporate partner of Taylor University Athletics.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria, it's our taste.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH. From our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 6 different levels of membership for you to choose from. You can join for as low as $100, all the way up to the athletic director level for $1,500. Each level receives premiums, complimentary season tickets, as well as gifts from the athletic department. Members also receive special recognition during halftime of the annual Silent Night game. In recent years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics, like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to athletics.taylor.edu and search Trojan Club. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
The Taylor University campus store, with their innovative textbook butler delivery service and name brand Taylor apparel and gifts, supports the Trojans year-round. The campus store, powered by Tree of Life Books, is a proud corporate partner of TU Athletics. It's easy to find something to show off someone's TU pride with 2 campus locations, one in the Dome and one in the campus center near the food court. The store is also open 24/7 at taylorcampusstore.com.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Since opening in the late 1980s, the Maddox Family Dental Center has been focusing on providing the highest quality dental care for their patients. Children to adults can receive a full-service treatment to meet their dental needs. The Maddox Family Dental Center has 2 locations in Hartford City and Dunkirk and always welcomes new patients. The Maddox Family Dental Center, a proud corporate partner of Taylor University Athletics.
Back here at Turner Stadium, Rick Johnson with you, about to start the second half. Our halftime stats brought to you by BSN Sports. Marion leads 24-0 as we get ready to start the third quarter. First downs, 15-5 in favor of the Knights. They outgained Taylor 329 yards to just 62 in that first half. The Knights were called for 5 penalties. 5 penalties for 50 yards. Taylor 2 for 20. The Knights 3 of 7 on third down. Taylor 1 of 9. Austin Gunderson will kick off this second half. We'll get the second half kickoff underway. Stevens, who's had taken the majority of the punts today. This is the first kickoff of the afternoon for Taylor. Stevens takes at his own 5 to the 10, 15 to the near numbers 20, 25 still on his feet. He is hit up high and dropped right after he crosses the 25-yard line. Then he pirouettes down to the 30 for a couple more yards. And good starting position here for Marion to start this third quarter off. 10 seconds in at the 31. Ethan Darter, 16 for 25, the quarterback for Marion in that first half for 223 yards. He found 5 different targets. Brandon Dillon leading the way in yardage with 4 catches for 59 yards. Johnny William with 4 catches as well for 47. He has the dangerous Charles Salary to his left. No sleeves for Darter as we start the third quarter. Over the right guard to Salary. He cuts it back up the middle. And a tackle by Brady Hill, the Taylor linebacker. He stopped at the 35, a gain of 4. It'll be second down here for Marion on the first carry by Charles Salary. Marion rushed for 106 yards in that first half, but it took a while to get the offense on the ground working for the Marion offense as they go from left to right to start. Here in gray. 5 carries for 40 yards for Salary, and the rushing total for the Knights benefited greatly by that 53-yard jet sweep by Johnny William to get the Knights on the board. Back to Salary again, right up the middle. He'll run into a wall of purple. Jordan Bostic, one of the first men to wrap him up for TU. But a good carry by Salary. This one close to a first down. He stopped just shy of the 40. We'll give it to him because we're generous. And we'll call it 3rd down and 1. Marion 3 for 7 on third downs in that first half. Pistol formation with Salary behind Darter. And now they'll change the play and potentially look over to the sideline. 2 receivers to the left. The man out wide is Mykelty Armstrong. Johnny William in the slot. Now Salary will dart to the left of Darter. Give off to Salary, trying to bounce it out near side. Here comes Salary, steps away from Watson out to the 50 and a first down. Trying to break away from Swore, who wraps him up and spins him down into Taylor territory. Salary goes from the Taylor 40 down, or from the Marion 40 down to the Taylor 41, and a first down carry for Salary on 1st and short. A 19-yard carry for Salary, his best run of the afternoon. And a sideline warning, it looks like here against the Trojans. First down here for the Knights, their 16th one here of the afternoon. Seven carries for Salary for 64 yards. And again, they'll fake it here. Pass across the middle to Dillon, hit immediately by Bronkema, who steps on through. He's finally stopped after breaking tackles of first Bronkema and then Wynn. Another first down reception here for Dillon. This is 5th catch of the afternoon. And back-to-back first downs here for the Knights. Give them 17 here on the afternoon. This one, a pickup of 11 down to the Taylor 30. 17 for 26 is Darter through the air. 1 for 1 here in the third quarter to start. First drive of our third frame. Marion, the second-ranked team in the country. William and a jet sweep near side. Now he looks to pass. Now he'll run back to the wide-open near side of the field. Nobody there for Days. Out to the 20. 15 cuts back at the numbers 10 on his feet. And William will go into the end zone. A jet sweep pass from the wide receiver William was nullified by the Taylor defensive backs. But then, putting his foot in the ground, and the speedy William gets his second rushing touchdown of the day. This one from 30 yards out. And with early on here in the third quarter, 12:26 in the third, Marion has taken a 30-0 lead. A quick-moving drive here by the Marion Knights. Plesac trying to stay perfect on extra points, and he will. And with 12:26 remaining here in quarter number 3, Marion strikes first on 5 plays that spanned 69 yards, capped off by the 30-yard touchdown run by Johnny William, his second rushing touchdown of the day. He has rushing touchdowns of 30 and 53 yards here this afternoon. And the second-ranked team in the country, Marion, leads 31-0 here over Taylor early on in the third quarter. Luke Frayne to kick this one deep. Hodge and Burdine are the deep men for TU, 88 and 8. Hodge, moving to his right, will take it at the 6 on the right side of the field, out to the 10, 15, 20, still on his feet, 25. Carrying a couple tacklers across the 30. One of the men in there was A.J. Edwards for the special team stop for the Knights. And Taylor will get the ball for the first time here in the third quarter after an efficient drive for the Marion Knights offense. Taylor trails 31-0 here with 12:17 to go in the third quarter. A 25-yard return there for Hodge, and Taylor starts 1st and 10 from their own 32. Levi Frazier, the freshman quarterback from LaPel, Indiana, 7 of 17 in the first half for 51 yards, no touchdowns, and a pick. Josh Saltzgaber, the running back behind him in the pistol, double tight end set for TU to start. High snap, put in the belly of Saltzgaber, cuts it back to the near side, trying to spin away from trouble. But there's Bailey Bennett again for another tackle for loss, his second or third one here this afternoon. The sophomore outside linebacker has been racking up tackles here today. It's a negative play, a loss of 3 for TU back to their 29. So 2nd and 13 for Taylor from their own 29, moving from right to left in purple. Marion with 4 down linemen. They are in gray, with 4 in the secondary. 2nd and 13 for TU from the 29, their first drive here in the third quarter, trailing 31-0. Frazier, high pass near side. That one intercepted, is taken over the top of the head by Boy, is TJ Comer. There's a flag thrown back in the defensive backfield, and we'll see what this penalty is as Comer went right over the top of Daniel Boy. The Taylor offense staying on the field. Same thing for the Marion defense as well. And we'll get the penalty call here from our referee, Les Anderson. So a defensive pass interference against TJ Comer, the sophomore corner out of Indianapolis. And the 15-yard penalty moves the ball and an automatic first down for Taylor up to their own 34. Comer, the 6-foot corner, did a great job to climb over Boy, but made contact with the Taylor receiver before the ball got there. Hodge will line up wide to the right. Again, a double tight end set with Scott on the right side of the line and Lowry on the left. Boy is a single wide receiver to the left of the formation. Marion creeping up pressure from Frazier's right. Saltzgaber back to the left. Frazier throws right into that pressure, caught by Hodge at the 45, but then that ball comes out of his hands and it'll be waved incomplete, as that ball was right in Hodge's hands for a moment, then knocked away by Riley Peace and Darrell Wilson there as well for the Marion defense. First incompletion for Frazier here this second half. 11 minutes exactly to go in the third. Taylor still trying to cross midfield for the first time today. Snap will come from the near side hash mark. Saltzgaber behind Frazier in the pistol. High snap that Frazier gets and puts it right in the stomach of Saltzgaber, who hurdles the defender and then keeps trucking out to the 45 before he stopped at the 46. Great elusive move there by Saltzgaber. Holding on to his ankles was Dylan Roth, but Saltzgaber leapt over one tackle attempt and took it all the way out to the 46. It'll be 3rd and short for Taylor, a 3rd and 3. Longest run by Soltzgaber today. It's a pickup of 12 on his 4th carry here of the afternoon. Boy in motion. Blitz comes from Marion. Frazier moving to his right. Still tripped, and then he'll fall back at the Taylor 30. Tripped by Skaggs. Finished off on the play by Big 99, Chris Oakley. First sack allowed by the Taylor offensive line today. And the backup punter, Garrett Russell, will come on to punt for the 4th time today. So Taylor got the first down thanks to a penalty, but they are forced to punt here on their first drive of the 3rd quarter. Garrett Russell in for his 4th punt. Stevens is back deep to take it. And Russell skies an end-over-end kick. Stevens looks up into the sun, makes it on a catch on the run just shy of the 40. Pirouettes out to the 50 and runs into a wall of Purple defenders. Dalton Lowry, one of the first ones down there for Taylor to make the stop. About a 16-yard return there for Stevens back out to midfield. And Marion will come back out, leading 31-0 here with 9:25 to go in the 3rd quarter as they try to stay undefeated here in 2018. Wes Cook is the running back behind Darter. Second drive of the 3rd quarter here for Marion. Darter gets it. Fakes the handoff. Throws across the middle. Caught by Dillon for a first down. Steps away from a tackle to the 30. Still on his feet. Running through the tackle of Garrick. His jersey pulled. Still running to the 15. He'll be stoned by a couple tackles and continues to rumble inside the Taylor 10 down to the 9. So Dillon with another big reception here for Marion. Goes all the way from midfield down to the 9. And Dillon continues to rumble with his 6th catch here of the afternoon. That's a 41-yard catch and run by Dillon. And now it's 1st and goal for Marion from the Taylor 9. Darter, quick snap, lobs it to the end zone near side, and it's caught. Another 2-play drive here by the Marion Knights, this one by Johnny William. It's his 2nd touchdown reception today. He has 4 touchdowns in total, 2 rushing and 2 receiving. And with 8:34 to go in the 3rd, it's all Marion. They lead 37-0 on their 3rd 2-play touchdown scoring drive of the afternoon. For Darter, that's his 3rd touchdown pass. Please sack to add the extra point. And he does. 8:34 to go in the 3rd. Marion leads Taylor 37-0 here on homecoming weekend on the Trojan Sports Network. $38-0 Marion. Frayne jogs forward and kicks an end-over-end kick short. Burdine will take it on the run at the 20, waves for the fair catch. And it's the first time this season here at home we've seen any other team take advantage of that new rule on kickoffs. So a fair catch inside the 25, and Taylor gets the ball 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Had a chance to talk before our pregame conversation with head football coach Ron Korfmacher, and he thinks you're going to see a lot more teams start doing that here as the season wears on, with injuries ratcheting up across the country. He thinks a lot more teams are going to start going to that a lot more here as the season wears on. Second drive of the third quarter for Taylor. Frazier in the middle of the field. Gives off to Crisp in his first action here of the third quarter. Trying to run around the right end. Got a gain of 1 to the 26. Frazier adjusting his purple jersey and his shoulder pads. Snap will come from the right hash mark. 4 in the secondary for Marion. Frazier takes a snap, rolls to the right, throws, ball's hit, but when it comes out, it's picked up by Skaggs, and they'll say it's an incomplete pass. As Frazier was looking to the near side of the field, and now a flag is thrown from the far side of the field by one of the officials on the far sideline. It looks like this might be another bench violation here by the Marion Knights, as they had somebody outside of the coach's box, and Marion head coach Mark Henniger is not happy on the far sideline. A late flag claim on the far side. Our head linesman across from us looked over, and somebody for Marion was outside of the 25-yard coach's box, or the coach's box that's marked at each 25-yard line. And that's what the flag is going to be here against the Knights, it looks like. So it's officially a delay of game sideline warning for Marion. Each team had a sideline warning there in the first half. It'll be a 15-yard penalty here against Marion. But it sounded like referee Les Anderson said 15. The ball's marked at 5 right now.
Therefore, it's a dead ball, which brings up third down.
So it's a dead ball, so the incomplete pass stands. And move the ball up to the 31-yard line. As now Taylor will have to regroup. Good for them. Good news for them, the play clock has not started yet, so they can get a fresh play in with a 3rd and 4 here from the 31-yard line. Daniel Boyd to the right. Trey Burdine to the near side. Crisp is the man off the left hip of Levi Frazier, the freshman quarterback on the right hash mark. Frazier spins the ball in his hands, looking near side, and there's another flag thrown. It's a false start against the Trojan offensive line. So the 5 yards Taylor got on the sideline warning for Marion given back here, and it moves it back to the 26. And we go back to 3rd and 9 with 7:46 to go here in the third quarter. Marion dominating play today. They lead 38-0 here over the Trojans. They've rushed for 164 yards. Taylor as a team has rushed for just 1, and they're just 51 yards through the air. Marion 284 through the air. TU 1 for 10 on third down. Today screen pass caught by Crisp at the 25, but he has gray jerseys around him. Gets it back out to the 30, but that won't be enough for the first down. Coming in and stopping the play was Dylan Roth. Another tackle for Roth. And then some words after the play. From between some players on both sides, brings up a punt. So gain of 4 on the screen pass to Crisp. And here's Russell for his 5th punt. Sidewinder, right side. Stevens backs off. Burdine will snag it before it bounces back close to midfield. And that's where the Marion offense will take over, up 38-0. The second-ranked team in the country gets their 3rd drive of the third quarter with 6:53 to go here in this stanza. Darter, left hash mark, gives off to Salary. Steps through a tackle in the backfield. He will lean across midfield. Got away from Bronkema, who slipped on through. Gets stopped at the 49-yard line, a gain of 3. Make it 4. Bronkema on the stop for TU. And a late flag comes in from our head linesman across from us. Shot block against the Marion center Dalton Button. Seventh penalty of the afternoon here for the Knights. That will put the ball all the way back at the Marion 31. First and long for Marion from their own 36-yard line after the penalty of 1st and 20. Salary to the right of Darter. They look for the play from the far sideline. So a 15-yard march off. Darter takes a snap at the chest. Screen pass near side coming up to get it, to make the catch, and then a short gain on the play. So one of the backup receivers, Caleb Pettijohn. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2nd and 20. Second and 23, a loss of 3. They give off to Salary around the left side. Bostic hits him. Same thing with Hasbrook, and Salary will get a couple. Just shy of the 40, it'll be 3rd and a while here for the Marion offense. Marion 4 for 8 here on 3rd downs today. They're 1 for 1 here in the second half. 3rd and 19 for Marion from their own 38-yard line. 5:10 to go in the third. Darter takes the snap. Left hash mark looking to the near side. Finds Salary out of the backfield. He'll get away from Jackson out to midfield. That'll be good enough for the first down as Salary got through Tyler Watson. And he'll get right to the line to gain a 19-yard pickup as Salary stepped out of the tackle attempt of Jordan Jackson. A 1st and 10 for Marion down to the 38, so call it a gain of 20. And we'll pause momentarily as they take a look at Jackson Bronkema, the Taylor defensive back who's down on the field. The Taylor University campus store, with their innovative textbook butler delivery service and name brand Taylor apparel and gifts, supports the Trojans year-round. The campus store, powered by Tree of Life Books, is a proud corporate partner of TU Athletics. Bronkema hops to his feet, gets off the field. $18 yards for Salary. And it's actually be a yard short. Looked like they give him the line to gain. So it's going to be 4th and 1 here for Marion as Tante comes in here as a Wildcat quarterback. Marion on the year 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. The Taylor defense has allowed teams to convert on 7 of the 10 4th down tries this year. Tante brings a tight end in motion to the right of the formation. A line to gain. Tante running to the left side. He will be stopped very close to it. And the way they're marking it, it looks like Tante will be stopped on 4th down. Tante got nothing on a 4th and 1, and Taylor takes over at their own 44. Big stop there for the Trojan D. So let's see if Taylor can turn this into a little positive momentum here on their side of the field offensively. Just the second time all season that Marion has been stopped on a fourth down try. They're now 2 for 4, and Taylor gets their fourth stop of the year as well. Levi Frazier on the offense comes out, right hash mark snap, 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And Crisp is the man in the backfield. Blitz up the middle from Marion. Quick throw, balls falls out of Frazier's hand, and it'll be picked up by the Knights by Morrow right at the Taylor 41. Second turnover today by the Trojans. And after Marion was stopped on fourth down, they get the ball right back on the very first play from scrimmage. So Miles Morrow, the redshirt sophomore from Michigan City, Indiana, falls on the balls that slipped out of Frazier's hand. It looked like he was trying to pump fake on the throw, and it slipped out of that right hand. Fell down to the turf. Morrow, the defensive tackle, picked it up. And the Marion offense, after being stopped on 4th and 1, comes back out onto the field with a 1st and 10 from the Taylor 40, moving from left to right in gray. Darter 1 yard away from a 300-yard passing afternoon. It would be his first 300 passing yard game of the season. Cook, the running back behind him. And now Darter points to where he thinks the pressure comes, crouches down, and sends out signals with his hands to his receivers on either side. 3 wide. Quick throw up the seam. This one caught in the air by William. Darter over 300 yards passing as William stopped by a host of Taylor defenders at the TU 30. Call it the 29, and this one should be good enough for the first down. It will be a pickup of 11. 5th catch for Johnny William here this afternoon. That will put Darter over 300 yards passing to 310. 22 for 31 through the air. Darter handoff to Cook up the middle. Shoelace tackle by Jordan Jackson on a short gain. Good play there by 47 in purple. Second and 9 after a gain of 1. Faking the handoff across the middle, complete again, back-to-back completion. And here's Dillon, the big tight end, carrying Taylor defenders back into a goal-to-go situation, tackled at the 9. And that's a gain of 19 there to Dillon once again. 7th catch of the afternoon for Dillon. He's already at over 100 yards receiving. 1st and goal for Marion from the Taylor 9. Low snap, give off to Cook around the right end. Taylor trying to stretch it out. Brady Hill stretching it out. And Major Daly comes up from the defensive backfield for a tackle for a loss back behind the 10. A loss of 3. Still goal to go, I should say, for Marion from the 12. Couple tight ends check out. Dillon remains in there for MU as they go from left to right. Goal to go from the 12. 3 wide receivers to the left, a tight end set to the right. Taylor with 5 in the secondary. They look to be rushing 4. Cook is the man off of Darter's right hip. Now he's on the left hip. Give off to Cook over the left guard, trying to bounce it out left side. Taylor's right there to meet him. It's Matt Wynn who comes up from the safety spot. And a good tackle there by Wynn. No gain. Still goal to go here for Marion. 3rd and goal from the 12. Taylor stuffed the initial attack by Cook. And Cook will remain in there as Greg Miller Jr., the wideout, comes in as well for the Marion Knights offense. Jacob Pressler, a tight end in the slot to the right. Cook is the back in there to Darter's left. 3rd and goal here for Marion. They are 4 of 8 on 3rd down tries today. Knee-high snap. Darter looking to his right, still looking to his right. Now flushed out to the near side, being chased. Here comes Jordan Jackson, who throws, and they'll throw into the end zone, and a diving catch for the 3rd receiving touchdown today by Johnny William, his 5th touchdown overall. And this one from 12 yards out. William with his 5th touchdown overall today, his 3rd receiving. And Marion has taken a 44-0 lead over Taylor with 1:09 to go here in this 3rd quarter. William has had all 3 touchdowns for Marion here in this 3rd quarter, a 30-yard run, a 9-yard reception, and now the 12-yard reception as well. Plesac's extra point is up and good. And with 1:09 to go here in the 3rd quarter, it's all Marion. They lead the Trojans 44-0. $45-0, the Marion lead. They scored 14 points in the first, 10 in the second, 21 here in the third. All 3 touchdowns in this 3rd quarter by Johnny William. Holden Hodge takes the kickoff. He'll come up those right side numbers. And he gets stopped at the Taylor 24-yard line. Taylor rushing has just 52 yards of total offense here today. Marion easily over 400. The Trojans -3 yards rushing and just 55 through the air. And here's Levi Frazier, the freshman from LaPel, Indiana, making his first career collegiate start. Was someone the Trojans were hoping to redshirt this year, but again, with all of those injuries at quarterback, the youngster Frazier has been thrown into the fray here against the 2nd-ranked team in the country and the team with the best defense in the country as well. Frazier with Saltzgaber behind him. Gives it off. Good hole from Saltzgaber. Drive starts at the 24, and he'll get 4 yards out to the 28. Taylor also without Drew Lefevre, their backup running back today as well. So the other Saltzgaber brother, this is Josh, the running back, will get a little more work, but he comes out holding his right side as Chris will come in to replace him. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6 from the 28. 4 wide receivers out there for the Trojans and Frazier. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Screen near side. A wobbly pass that Holbein catches. Trying to get outside the numbers. Puts that shoulder down. Tackled after he crosses the 30. Joey Books in on the stop there for Marion, along with Michael Griggs. And the clock will wind as we approach less than 10 seconds remaining here in the third as Holbein gets out to the 31, a gain of 3. On his 4th catch here of the afternoon for 27 yards. And that will do it for our 3rd quarter of play. Marion continues to keep Taylor off the board. They lead 45-0 after 3 quarters here on Homecoming, here on the Trojan Sports Network. Final quarter of play here on Homecoming 2018. Taylor with the ball, 3rd and 3. From their own 31, they are just 1 for 11 here on 3rd down today. The freshman Levi Frazier in the pistol. 2 wide receivers to either side. Saltzgaber behind him. Fakes the handoff, throws this pass batted back behind the play, and there's another good play by the defensive tackle Dylan Roth with that flowing blonde hair sticking out of his gray helmet. He's been making plays all over the field here this afternoon as he slaps that pass back. An incompletion there by Frazier, and here comes the backup punter once again, Garrett Russell, for his 6th punt here of the afternoon. And now a miscommunication about who needs to be on the punt coverage unit for TU. And Jordan Jackson sprints out of there. And Taylor will be forced to burn a timeout here 4 seconds in, to this third quarter. A miscommunication about who should be out there on the punt coverage unit for the Trojans. We'll pause momentarily here on the Trojan Sports Network. 4 seconds into the fourth quarter, all Marion up 45-0. So out of the timeout, Taylor has all the proper folks on the field. Their first timeout used here of this third quarter. And this is Garrett Russell, the backup punter, his 6th punt here of the afternoon. And he skies a wobbly right-footed kick to the far side. Stevens will watch this one. Bounce out of bounds on the far sideline. Good punt there from Russell, one high into the air with the wind slightly in his face. First drive of the fourth quarter upcoming for Marion. They're ahead 45-0. .47 to go in the fourth. Marion's first drive of the fourth quarter. And Ethan Darter comes back onto the field. Nope, actually make that Frankie Young the backup quarterback. So here comes Young. Darter's day is done. Gives off to the backup running back Cook. As Young comes in to replace Darter, whose day will conclude 24 for 33 through the air, 341 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a pick. And so Frankie Young will take this, the freshman will take this one to the finish line, it looks like, here for the Knights. A gain of 9 there for Cook. It'll be second down. Actually, make it a 8-yard gain, a second down and 2 on the 8-yard pickup by Cook. Young, the freshman from Harrison, Ohio, a true freshman for the Marion Knights. Snap on the right side, fakes the handoff, throws across the middle, ball tipped and controlled by the receiver, catching as Caleb Pettijohn. And he's down into Taylor territory. Stopped where? At the TU 38. A gain of 16 on that second down try, and it's a fresh set of downs here for the Marion offense. They pick up their 22nd first down here of the afternoon. Actually, make it their 23rd, I apologize. Marion from right to left in gray. First and 10 from the TU 38. First time for work for John. Hands off to Girton, the backup running back. He will get a loss of 1, dropped back at the 39 as the reserves start to come in here for the Marion offense, trying to get their second shutout in as many weeks after shutting out St. Ambrose 52-0 last week. The Bees, the 25th ranked team in the country, and now the running back, Girton, down on the field on his first carry of the afternoon. We'll pause momentarily. With 13:20 remaining here in the fourth quarter, Marion up 45-0. Gurton, the redshirt sophomore running back, has to be helped off the field by a couple of his teammates. As play just about to begin here once again. 2nd and 11. Looks like Tante, the new back, in there with the backup quarterback, Frankie Young. Stevens in motion from left to right. Faking the handoff to Tante. Young throws across the middle. There's another diving catch by Jacob Pressler. And so Pressler makes another catch. And it's a first down, or no, back. Yes, it is a first down for Marion, down to the Taylor 26. A gain of 13. Marion from right to left in gray. Taylor defends in purple. Tante to the left of Young in the gun. Tante gets the handoff around the right side, tries to reverse the field. He runs right into the bear hug of Colin Schwartz. After a gain of 1 to the Taylor 25. Actually give him 2 down to the 24. So a 2-yard pickup for Tante. His first time as a running back here this afternoon. He's run a handful of plays as a Wildcat quarterback here this afternoon. Williams and Pressler out wide to the left for Marion. Bar 2 shows blitz from the left of Young. Now backs off a high snap, hauling it in. Tante spins away from a tackle in the backfield, runs through the Schwartz tackle attempt. He'll get a couple. Tante looked to be down in the backfield, but then was finally stopped by Bostic and Colin Schwartz, and Reagan was in there as well. And there's a 3rd down and manageable for Marion, as the Knights are 5 for 10 on 3rd down tries here this afternoon. The Knights are already over 500 yards of total offense. Taylor at just 59 here this afternoon. 3rd and 6 for Marion from the TU 22-yard line. The Knights go from right to left in gray. They lead 45-0, almost 4 minutes in here to this 4th quarter. Snap will come from the middle of the field to the chest of Young. Fires one to the end zone near side, trying to come back and get it. Ball tapped into the air by Major Dalen. There's a flag thrown at the 1-yard line. Myron Williams was the man that the pass was intended for, and again, Daly looks to be targeted and will be called for his 2nd pass interference here of the afternoon, and it looks like both of those will be with his back to the play. Daly popped the ball into the air, but had his back to the play, and so it looks like it'll be a pass interference and an automatic first down on a 3rd and 6 play for the Marion offense. Just the 4th penalty against the Taylor Trojans this afternoon for 40 yards. Brady Hill out, Bostic in for the Taylor defense. 1st and goal for the MU offense from the TU 7. As they are 7 points away from matching their offensive output a week ago on the road in Iowa. Young in the pistol. Tante behind him. Spread to the near side. Tante gets the handoff, trying to run away from purple tacklers, and then Tante falls down after a loss of 2. Actually make it 3, as they'll say Tante fell back down at the 10. Higgs checks out. Stevens back in for the Marion offense. 2nd and goal from the TU 9, going from right to left in gray. Taylor in the purple uniforms here this afternoon with the solid gold numbers. First time that Taylor has worn purple here all season. Almost 10 minutes to go in the 4th. 2 wide receivers to the right of the line, 1 to the left, and a tight end to the left. And now Marion will take a timeout with the play clock dwindling. First of 3 timeouts used by the Knights here in this second half, each team with 2 remaining. And we'll pause momentarily with 10:08 to go here in the 4th quarter. It's all Marion here on the Taylor Homecoming Saturday. Knights up 45-0. Second and goal for Frankie Young and the Marion offense. He keeps Tristan Tante, the sophomore from Indianapolis, to his right. Two tight ends on the left of the formation for the MU offense as the play might be getting changed from the far sideline. Two out wide to the right. Snap comes from the left hash mark to the chest of Young. Hands off to Tante, running near side, runs into Mark Baker, who hits him at the shoulders. He'll stop him before he gets to the 5. Stopped at the 7, a gain of 2. It'll be third and goal as we dip below 10 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter here from Turner Stadium. Two-yard pickup for Tante, third and goal from the Taylor 7. And now the Marion skill position players whip around and look to the far sideline to see if the play will be getting changed. Might be as Young comes and says something to his offensive line. Tante now moves to his left in the backfield. Chest high snap. Tante around the right side. Plenty of space to the 5. Baker hits him from behind. Tante trying to get to the goal line. And he'll be stopped a yard short at the 1 as Baker came in from behind and climbed on his back for the stop. And we'll see what Marion wants to do here with the backups in. And Plesac will jog onto the field for his third field goal try of the afternoon. He's 1 for 2. Missed the one from 43, hit the chip shot one towards the end of the first half, and this one will be about the same yardage. This will be a yard in. Made one from 19 earlier today. This one will be from 18. Out of the hold of the running back, Tante, who's just stopped a yard short of the end zone. This to make it 48-0. Plesac line drives this one up and through. And the 18-yard field goal. Second one of the day for Plesac. He's 2 for 3, and with 8:38 to go in the contest, Marion, the number 2 team in the country, leads Taylor 48-0 here on the Trojan Sports Network. Vrain tees up another kickoff here for the Marion special teams unit. 8:38 to go here in the fourth quarter. Number 2 Marion 48, the Trojans 0. They have struggled to get anywhere near midfield here this afternoon. Hodge waves for the fair catch. This one will land at the 3 and bounce into the end zone. And Taylor will start over 1st and 10 at their own 25, going from left to right with 8:38 to go here in this fourth quarter. Looking at my notes, it does not look like Taylor has been able to cross midfield here this afternoon. They have just 59 yards of total offense. Just 5 first downs to speak of, none coming in that third quarter. Whereas Marion has racked up close or easily over 500 yards of total offense and 24 first downs. Levi Frazier, a short snap, fakes the handoff, pump fakes once, throws across, caught in the air, and a gloved catch across the 25. Down to the 27. Making the reception is Colin Coburn. Coburn switched uniform numbers with Savon Mitchell. Wears number 89, but has 82 on the sides of his helmet. Pickup of 3 to the 28. On the 9th completion today by Levi Frazier. 2nd and 7 for the Taylor offense from the near side hash mark. They go from left to right. Quick throw across the seam, caught by Holbein. Holding on as he's across the 30. Forward progress got him to the 34. Gain of 6. It'll be 3rd down and 1 for Taylor. The line to gain is the 35. Taylor just 1 for 12 on third downs here this afternoon. Frazier, soft snap, gives off to Chris, near side 35, trying to stretch it out. He's now running east and west, and he's going to be pushed back for a loss. It looked like Chris was going to have the first down relative easily if he just had kept running north and south. Instead, started running to the near sideline, and that's when he got strung out and got pushed back to the Taylor 34. No gain. It'll still be 4th and 1. And the Taylor offense standing out there with the freshman quarterback Levi Frazier getting the call from the near sideline. So Taylor will go for it on 4th down for the first time today. Trojans just 4 for 13 on 4th down tries coming into today's contest. Inside give to Chris, will explode through the hole. He is stopped right well short of the line to gain. Ran right into a linebacker coming through, trying to get the number as he runs to the far sideline. It's number 58, Garrett Sutton, with the stop, and Taylor stopped. And the offense has just been stuck in the mud here against the best defense in the country this afternoon. And the Marion offense comes back out with another short field in Taylor territory, 1st and 10 from the TU 34. $48-0 the lead for the Knights offense. Second series for Frankie Young. Ivan Upshaw's the back in there now with the backup QB Young. Marion from right to left in gray. They lead 48-0. Option play near side. Give off to Upshaw. Around the left end. Runs through a couple tackles. Barrels through a couple more. Down across the 30. One of the men to stop him for the Trojans was Jake Arnold, along with Warner and Ra Murray. 5-yard pickup to the Taylor 29-yard line. 2nd and 5. Then Young looks at the far sideline to get the new play. Backups in offensively here for the Marion offense. 6:06 and counting here in the 4th quarter. All Knights here today up 48-0. Left hash mark snap. Give off to Upshaw, trying to bounce it out near side around the end. Runs through an arm tackle. 25-20, tiptoeing the sideline. Pushed out of bounds by Jackson. Right after he got down to the 19-yard line, a gain of 10 on 2nd and 5. Good carry there by Ivan Upshaw. Another fresh set of downs here for Marion. Their 25th first down today. And the MU offense keeps rolling here with 5:40 and counting here in this 4th quarter. So make that Money Woods on the carry. A fantastic first name. So Money Woods in the backfield. Now moves to the left of Young. 1st and 10 for Marion from the TU 19. Woods again, bouncing out to the near side. Steps through a tackle attempt. Gets a couple extra yards to the 14, a gain of 5. And another good chunk play there by 45 in gray, Money Woods. It'll be 2nd and 5 here for the Knights as we approach 5 minutes remaining here in regulation time. It has been all Marion here today, as Young will pivot and get the play from the far sideline. Says something to the offensive line. Taylor with 4 down linemen. They show a blitz from Young's right. Now they creep up Warner to his left. Again, a handoff to Woods. This over the right guard. Good hold to the 10. Still on his feet before he's tackled by Warner at the 5. A late flag comes in by our umpire. For now, it's a first down for Woods on a 9-yard carry, maybe a 10-yard carry down to the Taylor 4. But we'll have to wait and see what the penalty call is here from the officiating crew this afternoon. It'll be a hold against Marion, so scratch that 10-yard pickup from Woods. And so move it back 10 yards to the 24-yard line. 2nd and 10. Actually move it back to the 19. Yeah, so a 2nd and 10 here for the Marion offense. 2 wide receivers to the left. 3 down linemen for Taylor, but they show a blitz from either side of the formation. Young, a handoff to Woods, wrapped the middle, bouncing out to the near side of the 10. Carrying purple jersey tacklers down inside the 10, down to the 8.5. A gain of 11. And this one will be good enough for a first down by a yard. A pickup of 11 on 2nd and 10.
It'll be goal to go for the Marion offense from the Taylor 9. 3:42 as the clock winds. Woods to the left of Young. And now the offense pivots and looks for the play coming in from the far sideline. Now Young will move into the pistol. Woods directly behind him is the only back. Belt high snap, turns and gives to Woods around the right guard on his feet, and he is into the end zone for a 9-yard touchdown. Second week in a row that the Marion offense has topped 50 points. And they're an extra point away from going up 55-0 here over the Taylor Trojans on homecoming with 3:16 to go here in this fourth quarter. Third rushing touchdown today for the Marion offense. The first one from a running back. The first two were from Johnny William, the wide receiver. Plesac's extra point is up and good. He's been perfect on the extra points today. He's missed just one field goal try. That's a 55-0 lead for the second-ranked Marion Knights here with 3:16 to go here in our fourth quarter. We'll pause momentarily and come right back. Vrain for another kickoff. Slow jog and a right foot into it. Hodge backpedaling near side. He'll take it as zone 3. To the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, 40 on his feet, 45, 50, before being jumped upon the back and hauled down inside Marion territory by Michael Griggs. And the biggest play of the afternoon comes from Holden Hodge on a kickoff return that started at the 3. This one will be over close to a 50-yard return here for Hodge. He takes it all the way down to the Marion 44-yard line. That'll be a 52-yard kickoff return for Holden Hodge, the receiver from Zionsville, Indiana. Frazier jogs into the field with Justin Fath, the running back, who also was a quarterback in high school. First time Taylor's had the ball across in Marion territory all day. It's 1st and 10 from the MU 44. Pitch near side. Fath stops and starts. Up to the near side, outside the numbers, down to the 40. And Fath, a good run. They'll say he stays in bounds. Stopped at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4. Second and 3 after a gain of 7. Fath remains into the left of Frazier. Dries his hands off on the towel on his belt loop in front. Chest high snap. Frazier one step back. Quick throw. This one tapped back and almost intercepted. Deflected down by Michael Griggs, who saved the touchdown on the Hodge kickoff return. And he deflects the pass here for Levi Frazier. Frazier 11 of 25 through the air in his first collegiate start. But tough sledding coming in against the number one defense in the country. 3rd and 3 for Taylor. 1 for 13 on third downs today. They go from left to right. Snap comes from the Marion 39. Near side hash. Chest high snap, a turn and give to Fath, trying to stretch it out outside the 40. Stays on his feet, keeps trucking down close to the 35. We'll see where they spot the ball. Fath was initially stopped short. And the line judge has stopped the clock. And Fath might be a yard short. The Taylor offense staying out there no matter what. He is a yard short, stopped at the 42. Stopped at the 37, needed the 36. So a 3-yard pickup. It'll be 4th and 1 for the Taylor offense. As Lowry, the tight end, checks out, Holbein comes in as an extra receiver. Taylor 0 for 1 on fourth down tries today. A man on either side of Frazier in the gun. 3 down linemen for the Knights. Fath handoff, left side, diving forward, trying to get to the 35, and it looks like he got just enough for the Taylor first down. Needed 1, and Fath gets 2. Goes from the 37 to the 35, and that's the first down for Taylor here this second half. 1st and 10 for Taylor from the Marion 35. Trailing 55-0 here with 1:15 and counting in the fourth quarter. Fath to the right of Frazier in the gun. 3 wide, 2 left, 1 right. Chest high snap. Frazier 2-step drop. Now runs off his spot. Throws one to the end zone on the run. Trying to come back to get it is Holbein. And there's a flag with 2 defenders right there in front of Holbein. That's an easy pass interference. 3rd or 4th time we've seen that call today by different defensive backs on both teams. Clock will stop with 59 seconds remaining here in the contest. The 15-yard penalty for T will move it to the 20. So an automatic first down for the Taylor offense. Levi Frazier in his first collegiate start here this afternoon against the number 2 team in the country and the best defense in the country as well. 1st and 10 for TU from the Marion 20. They go from left to right in purple. A man on either side of Frazier in the gun. Drops straight back, looking to his right, throws before he gets hit, trying to find his man there is Hodge, and he tried to create separation. It was knocked away. Good defense by the backup defensive back, Ricky Kwok. And completion stops the clock. 2nd down and 10 from the 20 with 55 seconds left. A lot of quick throws here this afternoon for the youngster Frazier. Burdine and Holbein to the left. Hodge the only man to the right. Now Lowry the tight end along to the right of Frazier. Fath is the one on the left. 5 defensive backs for Marion. They bring a blitz right up the middle. Uncome. Frazier trying to run away from pressure. Throws a little back one on the run. That one will be incomplete. Dylan Roth hits Frazier right after he gets the pass away. Roth has been all over the field today for the Marion defense. And that'll be a 3rd and 10 for the Trojans from the Marion 20. But it's actually going to be a pass interference, a late flag thrown against the Marion defense. And with 51 seconds remaining here in regulation, Taylor has an opportunity to get some points on the board here. It'll be goal to go from the 10. Best drive of the afternoon comes from the Taylor offense here, and what will look to be the last drive of the afternoon. Trying to salvage some points here and not get shut out this afternoon. Marion trying to shut out back-to-back opponents after winning 52-0 last week at St. Ambrose. Fath to the left of Frazier. 2 wide to the right side. And now Burdine will come in motion all the way to the other side of the field. Play clock to 9. Chest high snap to Frazier, throwing right side behind Hodge, and that one tapped away. Slapping it away is Seth Knutson, excuse me. Holbein and Faulkner come in to replace Scott and Lowry, the 2 Taylor tight ends. 2nd and goal from the 10 for the TU offense. Down 55-0, trying to get some points on the board here this afternoon. Frazier looks at the fingertips of his right hand, now puts that mouth guard in. Hands outstretched, gets the snap of the chest. Blitz comes from Marion, a little screen up to Fath. He catches it, being pulled from behind. Taylor's bench looking for a horse collar tackle. As Fath was pulled down from behind by Isaac Johnson, the defensive lineman for Marion. Little screen pass as Frazier floated it up there and it was snagged and pulled down by Fath, the running back, and then it looked like it was close to a horse collar tackle, but Johnson had it right on his numbers. Taylor head coach Ron Korfmacher not happy with it as Taylor takes their 2nd of 3 timeouts here in the second half. Goal to go, 3rd and goal to go from the 9 for the Taylor offense with 36 seconds left in the 4th. Third and goal for Taylor from the Marion 9. They go from left to right in purple. Preston Scott, Levi Frazier's high school teammate, now his Taylor teammate, lines up to the back of him in the gun. To his left, Fath to the right with 3 wideouts. Chest high snap, Frazier with a deep drop back. Screen left side to Scott. Has a blocker in front. Scott to the 5. He's tackled at the waist and stopped at the 4. The 2 lapel teammates tried to connect for their first career touchdowns. Instead, Taylor stopped short. It'll be a 4th and goal inside the 5, and Taylor takes their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be goal to go from the 4. Taylor trying to prevent getting shut out here this afternoon on homecoming. They'll have 1 play to do it with 29 seconds left here in the 4th, and the ball will be snapped from the Marion 5-yard line. This is Taylor football here on the Trojan Sports Network. Taylor trying to prevent getting shut out here on homecoming. It's 4th and goal from the Marion 5. Taylor going from left to right in purple. Frazier comes in. He's got Fath to his left. Burdine is a solo wide receiver to the right. There are 2 wide to the right. Made that Burdine to the left, and 2 tight ends. 4th and goal from the 5. Chest high snap to Frazier. Pump fakes to the left. Pressure comes, and he'll be smacked to the backfield. The ball came free after Frazier was already taken down. It's another one in the feather of the cap for Dylan Roth, the defensive tackle for the Marion Knights, who's been really, really strong here today for the MUD. And Taylor will end up getting shut out here this afternoon as Frazier sacked for a loss. Second time he's been sacked here today. And all Marion has to do is take a knee here, and this game will be done with 24 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. So Frankie Young, the backup quarterback, comes out to take the knee here for the Marion offense. The Knights will improve to 6-0 on the year, move to 2-0 in MSFA play, and they shut out their second opponent in a row as they beat Taylor here this afternoon by a final of 55-0. The Trojans will fall to 2-4 on the year, 0-2 in MSFA play. They also fall to 0-3 here at home here in 2018. We'll take a break and come back with the Ivanhoe's postgame show after this commercial break here on the Trojan Sports Network.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH, from our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments, in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
Since opening in the late 1980s, the Maddox Family Dental Center has been focusing on providing the highest quality dental care for their patients. Children to adults can receive a full-service treatment to meet their dental needs. The Maddox Family Dental Center has 2 locations in Hartford City and Dunkirk and always welcomes new patients. The Maddox Family Dental Center, a proud corporate partner of Taylor University Athletics.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria, it's our taste.
Welcome back here to the Ivanhoe's postgame show. Rick Johnston with you. Marion picks up their 6th win of the season, and they shut out their second opponent in a row, defeating the Taylor Trojans today here on homecoming by a final of 55-0. Taylor had a chance to get some points there towards the end of regulation, but were stopped on a 4th and goal from the 5. And that would be the end of it here today. 26 first downs for the Knights, just 8 for TU. Only 3 came there after halftime. Marion threw for 370 yards today. Taylor just 72. And the Trojans rushed for just 4 yards today on 26 tries. Marion, 36 rushing attempts. They got past their average. They had a slow start, but they really ratcheted up. They had 227 yards on the ground here this afternoon. Johnny William was the story for the Marion offense. He accounted for 5 touchdowns today, 2 rushing for the wide receiver and 3 receiving. He had 7 catches for 79 yards and 3 scores. He got Marion on the board with a 53-yard jet sweep, and the Knights would not look back after that, as William was their leading rusher this afternoon with 87 yards. A long of 53. He also had a 30-yard touchdown as well when it looked like he was going to have a wide receiver pass. He ended up not being able to throw the ball, ran it from one end of the field to the other, and went in to score. Charles Sallery, the top running back for Marion, finished with 68 yards on the ground today. Money Woods came in, had a touchdown late. He rushed for 44 yards, and Tristan Tante had 11. Ethan Darter got his 3rd start of the season, and he impressed. 24 of 33 through the air, 341 yards for his first 300-yard passing game of the year. He had 4 touchdowns, a long pass of 41. He also threw 1 pick as well. Brandon Dillon continues to strive and thrive here for the Marion offense. After catching 3 touchdowns a week ago and coming up just shy of 100 yards receiving, Dillon has no touchdowns today, but 7 catches for the tight end, a team-best 130 yards, as he led a quartet of players who had at least 3 catches for Marion here today. Armstrong, 3 catches for 60 yards and a touchdown, and Pressler, 3 catches for 26. For TU, they were led in rushing by Josh Saltzgaber. He had 5 carries for 13 yards. Justin Fath, 3 carries for 11. Spencer Crisp, 13 carries, just 7 yards rushing today. As Levi Frazier, the freshman from LaPel, Indiana, made his first career start here this afternoon. Frazier, 13 of 29, no touchdowns, 72 yards, was sacked 3 times, and also threw an interception as well. Grant Holbein, his top target. Grant had 5 catches for 33 yards, a long of 12. Daniel Boy had 2 catches for 16. Josh Saltzgaber, a catch for 9, and Preston Scott, a catch for 4 yards. Leading tackler today for Taylor was Tyler Garrick. He had 8 stops, 6 solo. Jordan Jackson had 7 with a solo stop as well. He also had the only sack for the Trojans today. Dylan Roth, the backup defensive tackle, finished with a game-high 9 tackles, including 5 solo tackles. He had a sack as well, and that sack ended up nullifying or taking away the only opportunity for Taylor to try and get any points here today. We'll take one more break, and we'll come back to wrap things up here on the Ivanhoe's postgame show. Taylor loses on homecoming by a final of 55-0 to Marion. We're back to wrap things up right after this.
Since opening in the late 1980s, the Maddox Family Dental Center has been focusing on providing the highest quality dental care for their patients. Children to adults can receive a full-service treatment to meet their dental needs. The Maddox Family Dental Center has 2 locations in Hartford City and Dunkirk and always welcomes new patients. The Maddox Family Dental Center, a proud corporate partner of Taylor University Athletics.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH. From our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
back here inside the press box here at Turner Stadium to wrap up the Ivanhoe's post-game show. Now time to catch up with the head coach of the Trojans, Ron Korfmacher, and he knew it would be a tough one today without the top 3 quarterbacks on your depth chart. Number 2 team in the country in Marion. They have the best defense in the country. What really stood out about your performance today against Marion?
Yeah, I think that's some of it up. What stood out that I liked was there were periods, defensively, especially in the secondary, it seemed like we just really contested and contended for, any thrown ball, and even if it, it hit its target, we were there to still try to fight and break it up. A couple special teams, not great, a couple flashes. Didn't punt the ball very well. We just field position was a mess. We got to produce some more first downs. We know that, and didn't get that part of it done. Just that baseline part of it done.
First career start for your freshman Levi Frazier, and it's obviously a tough task with the number 1 defense in the country coming in here this afternoon. He was 13 of 29 through the air for 72 yards. A lot of quick throws there by Levi today. How'd you think he handled things in his first collegiate start?
Yeah, you know what? I'm sure he's carried a lot of weight of that. He's disappointed, and we'll see better stuff out of him. I think his pace was a little quick. You were right. He got some quick balls out. His pace was a little faster than we'd seen in practice, and he's going to get better. He's going to learn from it. He's going to persevere through it. He's not going to be crushed, disappointed, but not deflated entirely. So he's a hardy kid, and the guys surrounding him will be too.
Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck next week at Lindenwood.
All right, thank you.
That is the head coach of the Trojans, Ron Korfmacher, joining us here on the Ivanhoe's post-game show. Special thanks to Jason and Liam, our camera operators and producers here this afternoon. We thank you folks for tuning in here as well. Trojans on the road next week at Lindenwood. They're back here with their last 2 home games of the year, October 27th at Concordia and November 3rd at St. Francis. We thank you for tuning in today. This has been a presentation of Taylor Football here on the Trojan Sports Network.